sushi, and signature cocktails. Now through July, get your $100 gift card and $20 bonus card. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Where did I put that?
Pete's property manager just took an extended vacation.
See the dreams.
He needs a replacement before this becomes a cruel summer.
Oh, you wanted the lakefront for the 17th. How did this get double booked already?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
and K244 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, well, you know, all right, I hope you don't mind, Randy, but I kind of want to continue our conversation there. Off air before the show started. I don't know how we got on this, but I just kind of
because
mentioned...
I sang a Bananarama song.
Well, no, I don't want to talk about Bananarama.
Right.
Or the better looking version called the Bengals.
Right.
What I wanted to talk about that I always wanted to be at a will reading. You know what I'm saying? And so we were promising each other. Keon didn't make any promises. But Randy and I were promising each other that we would leave something in our will to the other, which would mean that they would be at the will reading. Because I can't imagine anything more entertaining than a will reading. You know, where you got the greedy bastard sitting there, people crying, people pretending to cry, people looking at each other. I hate you. You better not get more than me. You know, just the nastiness of humanity that comes out. Now, Randy raised his kids right. You know, and I feel like I've raised my kids right, but I'm really hoping we invite some other people too. You know what I mean? And so right there is what he promised me. If you
this
can
is
see
a
on the camera.
this is authentic handmade coffee cup that I have actually tried to drink coffee out of.
It's a leaning tower of coffee.
Easy. Oh yeah. Listen, this has got about a 45-degree angle to it. And if you think it's easy to drink coffee out of this, you got another thing coming.
Hold on. Somebody's using the in-house intercom. Do I get the contents of the cup too, or no?
Oh yeah. Everything that's in the cup, which includes one large paper clip.
Oh, see, that's all I had. I originally said, just leave me a paperclip. Hold on, I got to go yell at some people real fast. I'll be right back.
It also includes a discount tire air pressure checker.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
It also, I'm glad he's gone because I don't want him to see everything. Some of this needs to be a surprise. It also staple remover, one each. Staple remover. And
all right, I'm back.
I have my collection of wine bottle openers.
I don't drink wine
kits. Though. I think there's several in here.
I guess I can give those to some winos.
There's a let's see here. There's a golf tee, one golf tee.
I don't golf, but I mean, I could put that I could put that in the carpet upside down and somebody.
Now this is very important, Jeffrey. You take care of this because this is very important.
Okay.
Not many people have this item that I'm going to show you.
All right.
But when I die and I break through the surly bonds of this great earth.
Yes, sir. Which, by the way, I just want to let everybody know listening, our wives hate when we do this kind of stuff.
I've left for you an authentic Yamaha drum key.
Ooh.
This is a key that will work any drum set in the world. You can take this anywhere you want.
And they'll start right up.
And you will start any drum kit with this key. This is a universal drum kit key. It's made by Yamaha, but it'll start Ludwig. It'll start DW drums, PDPs, Orange County percussion. It doesn't matter. Pork pie. It will start all of them. This is the key to every drum set in the universe.
That will make me very dangerous. Yeah, that is a lot of responsibility.
I showed other things to Keon while you were off, gallivanting around with your high-tech, in-mansion security system you have.
Well, one of the kids just started squawking on it. They didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know what to leave you,
it's good. It's going to be a tall task for you to, leave me something as valuable as that.
Hold on.
I had nothing to offer because I'm like, wow, I don't have anything interesting besides.
Keon, to you, I'm going to leave this. This is an authentic sterling silver, authentic turquoise money clip that my dad carried.
Damn.
And you can see that right there. He carried $100 bills because look at that. They lost all the spring in it. See that right
he
there?
Gets the money
Keon,
clip?
That's for you, Keon.
Wait, he gets
right
the
there.
money
Look
clip?
at that. It's got a bear claw on it right there. There's nothing offensive about this. There's no, offensiveness. It's just got like a bear claw with a damn piece of turquoise. There you go, Keon. From me to you, my friend.
I will accept that kindly, even though, I'm severely lacking in money to put in said money clip.
That's the dig.
It's the thought that counts. That's the thought that counts.
I got this, my Colts mug, and it has a sonic screwdriver spork.
Ooh, that's cool.
Not a lot of people have one of these.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a little screwdriver. Some of the blue pens you gave me, and some whiteboard markers and receipts or something.
I mean, throughout the mansion, you have whiteboards. I mean, I've seen them.
I don't know that this is going to be what I want to leave you something better than this. You know what I'm saying? But this isn't bad. My Colts.
That's not bad. No, I like that.
My Colts angry face cup.
I'm going to be dead before then, so Miss Kim will gladly carry on the tradition.
Well, no, you don't know that. I could drop dead of a heart attack any moment. It can happen before the end of the show.
Keon, I also feel bad that I'm just leaving you a money clip. Sterling, 100%
I think that's
sterling.
Plenty, but thank you.
So I'm going to leave to you a pin holder and its contents.
Oh, that's nice. A square.
One shoehorn, a Stetson shoehorn. There it is right there.
So you get the hat on.
It's a retractable pointer thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
a
nice.
retractable. Listen, I went big for you, Keon.
No, I appreciate that. I'm going to let you
know. Giant golf tee right there.
Oh, yeah.
Giant golf tee.
I got one too.
Let's see. There's one each Husky standard miniature screwdriver and of course a highlighter.
Well, of course, everyone needs a highlighter.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That's very good. Thank you, Randy.
So, all right. I still have to, I got to put together my coffee mug for you, Randy. I think I need to do better. But Keon, well, what do you got for us?
Well, the thing that makes me feel bad is I have various assorted, anime posters that I just don't think anybody's incredibly interested in. We don't
want that filth.
Exactly.
We don't want that filth. Our wives wouldn't want that filth.
So I got to figure out how to make this work here. I got to go find. I don't have interesting stuff outside of that. So now
Keon has to go buy some stuff to leave to us in his will.
In the event of my unfortunate passing. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we're pretty sure we'll go first. I think you've got Probably don't need to worry about it yet. Not even close. The Jet is on the text line, says, first, hi guys, happy Tuesday. Second,
Howdy.
Randy, pour me a damn beer. It's hot, please. There you go, Jet. Wing Guru says, Randy, all drum keys are universal.
I know that. Shh.
Yeah, you just ruined it for me, Wing Guru. Now I'm just kind of like, well, Keon seems like he's getting better stuff than me.
No, I gave you a universal drum key and my my coveted wine bottle openings collection.
You don't even, do you drink wine?
On occasion, I've been known to have some wine, yes.
Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, do you have any half-empty whiskey bottles you can leave behind for me?
Child, please.
Half empty.
If it gets to half.
My goodness.
I like people think we have leftovers of wine or whiskey or anything. The Jet says, damn it, Randy, I was out of town last weekend and somebody started my drums. It had to be you with that universal special key.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. No.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I've got a coffee mug for you. It's a Frank Reich Indianapolis Colts coffee mug. Inside the mug will be a writing pin. When you turn it upside down, the women's clothes come down. One of those things from years past. Randy might remember that. And I'm still working on other things for your coffee mug, Jeffrey.
Yeah, if you hold it this way, right. the lady's bikini is on.
Right.
If you turn it this way upside down, the bikini comes off.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll have to hide that. 888-368-1580. All right. So, we can work out the finer details. I will very much enjoy fighting your kids over the contents of that cup because they're going to be like, he's not family. He shouldn't get that mug.
No, I beg to differ.
And Keon and I will be sitting there. We'll have to go back to back to try to fight people off as they try to take our mugs and pencil holders away from us.
I don't think it's true.
Don't ruin it for me, Randy. It's what I want. It's what I want.
Never mind.
More than the actual stuff.
Yes.
Jeffrey wants to see the human drama.
Whatever
play
Jeffrey and Keon can get out of here with is theirs. It's like my last wishes.
Really a stopwatch or running through like somebody in a supermarket spree.
You have 45 seconds.
Getting out of the house and I'm pretty sure one of your kids would drop me like between the door and the street, and then they'll call the cops and claim that I was looting. Clearly, he was stealing things. And this is Arizona, so the fact the bullet went in through his back should be irrelevant, Your Honor.
No, I've taught my kids better than that. They won't shoot you in the back.
Keon will be standing there like, I'm going to skip my turn.
It was really the thought that counted anyway.
In fact, guys, I'm a witness for you. Bars 805 predictably would like an 805. He says, happy Taco Tuesday, guys. And he says, I'll leave you guys all the 805 that I got. Great show so far, guys, and go Raiders. Well,
he doesn't have a lot of 805 if he keeps asking us.
Well, that's a smart guy right there. He's asking us for the freebie while keeping his supply intact. Saturdays, Sundays. Where is he getting the 805? It's his stash. The rest of the week, it's our stash. This guy's not dumb.
Miss Kim just texted me. Did the doctor say something that I didn't know about?
Well,
no, Miss Kim. It's okay.
Both Randy and I are dealing with undiagnosable weirdness. So that's kind of what prompted the conversation. I don't think the contest should be who figures out what's wrong with them first, Let's make that a fun contest.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know this 500 words essay for the $100 gift card for Kasai Japanese Steakhouse is, I don't think it's taken hold. I have no entries at blender@1580fanatic.com.
Nobody wants the $100 gift card.
Oh, no, they want it. I just don't think that.
So what do we have to do, Jeffrey?
They want to write the essays.
What do we have to do?
Well, maybe not the essays.
All right, then can the essays?
I like the idea.
Just can.
I was interested to see what would come in.
I didn't say 500 words or less. I said like 50 words.
No, you said 500 words or more is what you said.
No. Oh, did I?
Yeah. So maybe we switch gears, or do we just say, okay, fine. The person who actually does the work and sends in the essay just wins automatically. You know what I mean? If we get one entry, we got one winner. Do we stick with the original assignment, or do we do something else? We had a lot of people send in pictures for take a picture of yourself inside a cardboard box contest.
Here's what I'm thinking. Because you said that it was due Thursday, and because it's the audience of this show, we have a bunch of procrastinators.
You think they're just sleeping on it?
Yeah, we will get entries, but it will literally be Thursday.
You know what? We're gonna keep it intact, because here's what's gonna happen if you're right. And we'll get a bunch of entries on Thursday, and that's great. We'll have something to go through. If you're wrong, one person has to send something in. It could be the dumbest bleep you've ever read in your life. It could just it could be something you'd get at Trump University. I mean, I'm just saying, it could be something horrifically misspelled, just horrible grammar. It makes no point, no beginning, no ending. You'd still win. So I think we'll stick with the 500 words or more essay about the Daily Blender. How's that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that. Yeah.
Sorry, Randy got a little salty because he was a graduate of Trump University. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Hey, Keon, I'll leave you this Fanatic hat.
I'll take it.
There's probably ones that aren't so dirty in the
in the back
in the prize giveaway room, but I don't know. I'm just grabbing things. You might like. That came out wrong. Last Optimist says, wait, this is the first I've heard of the essay. What's it got to be on? The Daily Blender. That's it. What you love about it, or if you hate something about it, if you just have memories of it, meeting us, or just anything at all, 500-word essay about the Daily Blender, and we're going to all read them, and we're going to judge them, and whichever one is the best will win. Simple as that. Funny. We don't want anything sad or sappy. We don't want anything like, we don't need a sob story for you to win the thing. That's why it's like, don't make it about a sad thing, make it about the Daily Blender. And yes, Jet, here are the rules. You send these 500 words or more essays to Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. You got to get in by end of show Thursday. And then we will read those essays Thursday night. And we will come together on Friday morning and make a decision between the three of us which one is the winner. That's
Blender
how the thing
at
works.
1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
No, Randy, this
Blender
is not
at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
What?
Well, that's the right address, but this is not for fantasy football. This is if you want to, you can snip this one. Ready? Blender at 1580thefanatic.com for the 500 plus words essay contest to win Kasai Japanese Steakhouse $100 gift certificate.
That's too Blender. Just give me the first part then.
Yeah, I was almost done. Yeah. I was just almost done.
No, right, it was too long. It's too long.
Okay,
it's too long.
How about this? Blender at randysucksalot.com.
Yeah, your face sucks.
Your mom sucks.
Your mom sucks. Your mom.
What? That one got out of control for us. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Okay.
Just grab that one, will
you? What?
Nothing. You don't need to know. Just keep going.
So you want to talk about what happened with the Diamondbacks? The draft is over. The Major League Baseball draft is over. All 20 rounds. Was this televised?
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
I just think the first handful of rounds.
I think the first round was televised by the MLB network, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, we've already talked about the first couple of guys, but here's the thing. They got a shitload of pitchers in this draft. Pitching was the focus for the Diamondbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitchers out of all the picks they had. And I don't know, is it worth even discussing who they took past Ivan Melendez? Do you care about?
Well, I mean, the philosophy with the Diamondbacks are you just, and I think maybe most teams, not all teams, but most teams, if you have a pitcher available, you take them, because pitching equals winning in the Major League Baseball world. So they're going to draft a lot of pitching prospects unless there's like a kid out there that they see that's a shortstop or an outfielder or a catcher that can really wing it, and they think that they can take this kid and form them into a pitcher. They're always looking for pitching, always, and that's why they took 9 more guys.
All right, so there's a lot of rounds, and they did take a local kid with the 558th pick in the Major League Baseball 2022 draft, Gavin Turley, outfielder from Hamilton High School here in Arizona.
Well, I mean, Hamilton just churns out ball players, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Hamilton, if you end up being the 558th pick, do you really want people to know that?
Listen, this is Major League Baseball. This is professional baseball. And if you're a kid like I was back in the day and your sights were set on going Major League, you wanted to go big league. If you got drafted 558th or you got 58th, it didn't matter. You got drafted and you're going to play for an organization. And now you're going to go, you're all fired up and you want to go get your uniform on and go out there and prove your worth and climb the ranks. That's what this kid Gavin's doing from Hamilton.
I may have a connection here. I don't know.
No kidding.
Yeah, I knew some Turleys. When I went to Gilbert High, because when I first moved here, we went to Gilbert Junior High and high school. And then my family bought a better house in a better neighborhood. And I ended up going to Mountain View High School. And so the Turleys, if this guy is related to the Turleys that lived in Circle G Ranch, I was the guy that toilet papered your houses on Thursday every week for an entire summer. That was me and another kid. I'm not going to name the other kid because I ain't no snitch. I'm not going to say Jeff Fenicello, who lived down the street from you, was our base of operations. I'm not going to do that. So you'll just have to take me. Mm-hmm. And we would always make the most artistic toilet paper designs. And we would do like we took all their pool furniture and we very carefully set it into the pool, but like organized, like somebody could sit in there. And we did silly stuff like that. And then one day we did a nice job toilet papering and we like, hey, let's go hide in the doghouse because they had a super sweet dog. And we're hiding over there by the doghouse. And all of a sudden we'd always knock on the door and go, "Oh, Mr. Turley," and then we'd run off. And this time we wanted to see the reaction, and the lights came on, and we're like, "Oh, we could see through the window there." And here comes the mom in her bathrobe. She kind of walks over. She kind of like looks bored, tired, whatever. And next thing you know, the cops were all over the place. That was the day they called, and we were crawling through canal roads to get home. That was the last time we toilet papered the Turley household. So this might be one of their kids. Like one of their, the kid of the kids. Right. Right. Yeah. It could be one of the kids of the kids. Somebody our age, it could be one of their kids. So I'm a little curious about this. Is there a statute of limitations for that kind of thing?
You'd have to think so, right?
Yeah, that was over 30 years ago.
Yeah, I can't imagine you'd get in trouble for that now.
The Turley's gonna like that son of a bitch. We're gonna toilet paper the station. We're coming out that new fountain thing that's out there is gonna be all decorated up. And Jeffrey, I have so much respect
for you right now because I've never, ever, 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 ever revealed what houses I toilet paper.
I was so proud of that one, though. It was a really nice house, big old Mormon house, man.
Oh yeah,
and it had like front gate, and we would tie bows and do stuff. That was some of my finest toilet papering work. Seriously, I how do you not put your name on it? I at least waited 30 years to do it.
30 years. Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We come back a little more on the draft and the Diamondbacks. And we could also talk about some of the crazy crap Rod Manfred is saying, as well as a possibility of a 32-team Major League Baseball. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
At the All-Star break, the Yankees and the Dodgers, the favorites to win the World Series this year, both plus 400. Houston plus 500. The New York Mets plus 700. The baseball All-Star game tonight at Dodger Stadium, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. The National League minus 115 on the money line. The American League minus 105. The over-under is 8. A new wrinkle to tonight's game. If things are tied after 9 innings, there'll be a home run derby. 3 players from each team will get 3 swings apiece. In Monday's home run derby contest, Juan Soto was the winner. He was a plus 650 bet. Pete Alonso was the favorite at plus 190, followed by Kyle Schwarber at plus 330. Soto outlasted Julio Rodriguez, who was a plus 700 bet in the last round. Red Hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Chuck Sanders on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. Alice Roth was the wife of a sports writer in Philadelphia, and one night she was hit with a foul ball, and it broke her nose. They had to stop the game. When the game resumed, they realized they needed to get Alice Roth out of the ballpark. She was in bad condition. But on her way out of the ballpark, another foul ball hit her again, this time breaking a bone in her leg. Who hit that foul ball?
When you want trivia from the world of sports, Daily Sports Quiz host Nick LaCapria has it. Baseball lovers, go online to baseballtrivia.org. Basketball fans, check out basketballtrivia.net. Football fans, head on over to footballtrivia.net. Hockey trivia, that's hockeytrivia.net. And boxing fans, log on to boxingtrivia.net. Stay tuned to this radio station for the Daily Sports Quiz or visit Nick LaCapria's sports-specific trivia website.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz, name the player that hit 2 foul balls that hit Alice Roth in the same at bat. Richie Ashburn. The odds of hitting a fan with a foul ball at a baseball game are 300,000 to 1.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
And that one is out of here. The first half of the baseball season is in the books. Now, things really get fun. Will the Mets hold on to take the East, or will the defending champs make it interesting? Swing and a liner, fair ball. The Astros are starting to look like the Yankees' biggest contender, or will the Twins set sail in the second half to challenge for the AL crown? Get the latest from around the MLB on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Diamondbacks now have 20 new guys, presumably all heading towards the farm system, right, Randy? Does any of these guys just go straight to the majors?
Some of the guys go right to the instructional league and kind of get, accustomed to the Diamondback quote unquote way. Every team does that with a lot of these guys, but there's some guys, maybe Drew Jones, he heads to a AA team.
Mm-hmm.
Just plug him right in. This kid's ready to go. I mean, if you believe your scouts, maybe he's ready to go. The Golden Spikes award winner, maybe he goes to AA. Let him plug in and see what he could do at that level. But most draftees head to the instructional league and kind of get the full rundown of what's going on. It's not like football.
I have a theory that Gavin Turley from Hamilton High School was supposed to go earlier than he did. Hear me out. Okay. With the 258th pick, the Diamondbacks took Gavin Logan, catcher from Oregon State. And I think after that, somebody went, "Oh, God damn it. Wrong Gavin. We meant to take Gavin Turley. Well, okay. Well, we'll have to get him. We'll have to get him later." That's my theory. Or they didn't realize it until just later. They're like, "Wait, who's this Gavin? I thought we got Gavin." "Oh, we got Gavin Logan." You idiots! We wanted Gavin Turley. I don't know. It's just a theory.
Some sort of miscommunication, you're saying, in the organization. Yes.
And they're like, you're just damn lucky we were able to get him where we did.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could see that.
Did you see anybody else on this list of guys that the Diamondbacks picked up that were worth anything? You know what I'm saying? Or, I mean, I guess I can't tell, right?
I can't tell. I'm not in the organization. I would love to be in the organization. My dream job, other than doing radio, would be some sort of a scout for baseball teams, Major League Baseball teams, because I would go out and I would spend a lot of time on these guys, these youngsters, and see which one really is trying to make the big leagues. Who can make a difference for our ball club? Who is our kind of a player? And I think that's what that's the thrilling experience. But a lot of these guys, they've been doing this for a long time, man. Maybe it's time to retire. Maybe your developmental coaches, it's time to get out and go sell insurance. Or I mean, I don't. Why do the Diamondbacks always have a loaded farm system, but when they come up, they don't work? Remember a few years ago, Kevin Crone? Was it?
Yeah,
Crone. Remember Big George? This guy's gonna be the
savior. They playing him? They should play him every night.
And they brought him up, and he didn't. I mean, he would on occasion he would deliver, but the guy, and I think he's playing in Japan now.
Yeah, he kind of went flat. You're right. I remember there was a time where he was like, Big George is like, it's a travesty. You're not playing him. He was wanting everybody fired, as he does. Oh, yeah. Makes you wonder if he asks, like on social media, sometimes he like tries to get us fired.
I think he does.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah.
But, anyway, but he was always talking about Crone. Got to play Crone. Got to play Crone. Why not play Crone? We should play Crone. Why are we
played him for
right
like
now?
2 weeks in a row, and the guy didn't deliver anything.
He did nothing. So
which is probably what they were trying to protect him from by not playing him. Just see if you can squeeze every bit of preparation into the guy and then send him out there and hope that it's enough. So you hold off on playing him as long as possible, and it didn't work out.
This philosophy on this team, the Diamondbacks, has always been to draft many pitchers. Always. Seems like every time they go through the draft, you get 9 or 12 or 10 or 15 guys, new arms.
They stuck to it.
And you just never know when you're going to pick up a diamond in the rough.
2 of the first 3 picks were pitchers. Of course, Melendez is the first baseman. You got Andrew Pintar from BYU, shortstop. Let's see, you got Demetrio Crisantes from Nogales High School, shortstop. Then Adrian Rodriguez, shortstop from the International Baseball Academy. Then you got a catcher, because I guess with all those pitchers, they're like, ooh, we better get a catcher. That's where Gavin Logan comes in. Brett Johnson is an outfielder from Southern Illinois, Edwardville. Let's see, pitcher. Kevin Graham from Ole Miss, he's an outfielder. Joshua Day, shortstop from Missouri. David Martin, another catcher from Cal Baptist. Avia Arquette from St. Louis School, shortstop. So I feel like they hit a lot of shortstops this time too.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, shortstops are usually the best athlete on the field. The shortstop, the center fielder, and your ace pitcher generally are the best athletes on the field.
Well, that explains a lot then. But I just there's a lot of P on this paper. A lot of yellow P. Well, I highlighted the P's, so there's a lot of yellow P on this paper. Lots of pitchers for those Diamondbacks. 888-368-1580. The Jet says Dodgers suck, but they have a fantastic farm program that I'm very jealous of. I wish the Diamondbacks would take a page out of their notebook and apply it there. You know what it is? It's not that the Diamondbacks had a bad farm system. It's just once somebody's worth a damn and they come up, they are either ruined or traded. That's just standard operating procedure. Bring them up, ruin them, or trade them, or both.
Well, yes, but no. Sometimes they've had guys that they brought into the system and they brought up through the system. And they have let them play to fruition, and then they use them at some other time for a really bad trade. But listen, the bottom line is you've got to have an organization. I am so really interested in watching the captain. I really want to see what Derek Jeter went through. I really want to see this documentary because I really admire him. I respect him. The guy never had a problem on the field or off the field. The guy came up and played the game the way it was supposed to be played. I want to know how he ticks. I want to know what made him so adamant about playing baseball at such a great level, because I want to know what the Diamondbacks need to look for in the next guy that would come up through their system, a youngster. What was Derek Jeter like when he was a kid? Why did the Yankees believe in him so much? I want to know that stuff.
Well, all I know is he's a Yankee, so I can't watch it. So let me know. Let me know if it was any good.
Will do.
I'm curious now about the things that you have mentioned, but no, I can't do it. I can't watch it. Can't do it.
I understand.
Bruno Baller says they should have drafted Gavin McLeod. The guy who played Captain Stubing. He died, by the way. So
he's a little old.
They probably would have, but they couldn't. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I'm trying to come up with an essay thing to send you guys, but it's kind of hard to do. Mine might sound kind of corny, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's yours, whatever it needs to be. Whatever it needs to be.
Doesn't matter.
Blissful Hayes wants to know, is the word schlode a combination of... Yes, it is. King of Kittens says, my grandma took us to Marineland. Marineland in Los Angeles was like Legend City back in the day. You could scuba dive there.
I
don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Is he literal or is that a...
Do you know what Legend City was here in Arizona?
I heard the stories. It was just some sort of really lame amusement park.
Yeah, that would be true.
Okay.
I've been there.
Like back in the 60s and 70s or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
And
I experienced Legend City. Yeah. And as a young adult, I was in a band, the Encounter Band.
Mm-hmm.
We played Legend City. That was our claim to fame. We played Legend City and we played the State Fair 3 years.
Can I just say what you guys did was fast forward to the end of Smash Mouth's career. You played the fair.
Yeah.
You played an amusement park.
And
by God, you got there quicker than Smash Mouth.
We didn't have enough money in the Encounter Band for me to have a microphone because they wanted me to sing vocals and I'm a horrible singer. And so they gave me remember, Jeffrey, the old cassette microphones you could buy at Radio Shack?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The realistic, it had the two prongs on the end. One was shorter than the other.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You plug them in there and you could record on your cassette record. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
That's what I used.
That had to sound great.
No, it sounded horrible.
Whatever happened to you guys?
We went down in flames.
Just say Jenny got pregnant and Jimmy quit. Jimmy got pregnant.
It was nothing like that. It was nothing
we
dramatic
would never
like
go
that.
Far.
Nothing dramatic like that.
Mr. Wilbur wants to says, I'd like to know how Derek Jeter landed his wife.
It's none of your damn business. I mean, that's
Wilbur,
what Derek Jeter was.
Have somebody with sight look up Derek Jeter's net worth
I
think, read it to you.
I think Derek Jeter's exact words would be, "You're a bleeping moron." Since that's what he said to that one guy in the coffee shop that said, "Hey, I learned how to send women away with gift baskets just like you."
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying you need to get gift baskets.
Yeah.
But Mr. Wilbur, just look up his net worth. That's all you need to know.
Well, like you said the first time.
Boomer Sooner says Greenland was off the Palo Verde Peninsula when I was a kid, and it was the first marine type park of the West Coast. And San Diego came in with their SeaWorld, and after that, it's quite a thing back in the day. Why isn't it time for a break?
Got 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes to break.
Do we want to ponder that last text for that time? Just
I think
quietly?
we should. Yeah.
To ourselves,
go to
break
early.
Introspection.
Do something that the morning show doesn't do. Go to break early.
Or just somewhere near on time. So let's talk a moment, since we were talking about the the minor leaguers here now, the new class of players for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Robert Manfred, he had a let them eat cake moment, didn't he? He came out today and he's like telling everybody, he says, listen, I reject the premise of the question that minor league players are not paid a living wage. I think we've made real strides, yada, yada, yada. Let me remind you.
World Series victory.
Yeah.
Let me remind you, rookies get $400 a week. Single A players get $500. Double A gets $600, and Triple A gets $700. So now let's just take the AAA player. That's right. That's good stuff, right? That's he's AAA. So there you go. $700 a week, which comes out to it. If we're not good at math on the show, we've admitted that, but $2,800 a month.
Yeah.
So then basically you can pay rent on your apartment and then your utilities and then go down to the freeway and beg for food. You can't live off of $700 a week unless you've got many roommates. You can't do it.
And as a professional athlete, where you're trying to make sure that you eat enough good food, that your diet is in place, and you can't,
Oh, Keon. I mean, come on. I mean, only the top level guys actually have a nutritionist. The rest of the guys are on their own.
But the rest of the guys are looking up stuff on Google and trying to make it work from groceries they bought at Walmart.
Or they just go to like Sam's Club or, get a box of corn dogs and say, there's my week of protein right there.
So, there have been improvements. All the numbers I've quoted you have gone up because they just made a little change there. And Major League Baseball is going to provide housing for minor league players this year. So, I mean, that's something there. I mean, when they say we're going to provide housing, I'm just thinking to myself, oh, this can't be good. Your cops are going to knock on a door and be like, oh my God, it's a drop house for the cartel. They're like, no, we're just minor league baseball players. There's 78 guys in here. It's all right. It's a 3-bedroom. It's a 3-bedroom. It's okay. It's just, we're fine.
2 sets of bunk beds in every room.
Well, all I'm saying is Major League Baseball has managed to screw up officiating and under Rob Manfred managed to screw up enforcing rules. I imagine they're going to completely screw up housing. Yeah, absolutely.
You guys can't have a fire in the middle of the living room. We're just trying to cook our food. There's only one microwave and there's 72 of us. We can't live on Lunchables alone. Rob Manfred's like, straight. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
He has to be the most tone deaf commissioner of any sport of my entire life. Like, he just has to be.
So here's the next part of this. Okay. So and then, the Major League Baseball is saying, hey, if we do expand to 32 teams, we're thinking we can get $2 billion per entry fee. Basically, somebody's got to pay Major League Baseball $2 billion just to have a team, not for a stadium, not for the equipment, not for any. You have to pay this much to ride the ride.
To be a part of the league, $2
billion.
Oh, yeah.
To be a member of that club.
Yeah, but you turn around and you make that money back.
By God. We're paying guys $700 a week. Have a heart.
I mean, the problem there is, Jeffrey, honestly, Major League Baseball doesn't pay those guys. Who pays those guys, unless they're part of the 40-man roster on a major league team, they get paid by the local farm club affiliate. You see what I'm saying?
But Major League Baseball could say you have to pay these guys. They're doing it now. You have to pay now. You were paying them $290 for a rookie. Now you got to pay them $400. So if Major League Baseball can tell them to do that, they can also tell them pay them a living wage or just get closer. Do something.
I understand that, but these guys that are running these minor league ball clubs, especially single A or below single A. These guys are like you and I. We make X amount every year. We go out there. We have a ball club, and now we're trying to put a club on a field somewhere in our little hometown that's got 3,800 people in it. And Forest City Owls are going to come and play ball. These are guys from different organizations that come out and play a certain league for several months, and then they distribute out to their minor league ball clubs, or they go on about their lives. I mean, these guys don't have anything to pay these minor league ball players.
And that's why it's weird that Major League Baseball hasn't pumped money into
That's what I was going to say next.
MILB.
They should be subsidizing the cause, because what's the point in the cause? To bring them new talent and players. They should be chucking in money on this as well.
I agree.
All right. What do we think we are? The morning show? We're running late for Blake. We'll be back after this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Meet Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boosts that make you feel like
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Boost effervescent vitamins turn your H2O into H2O to give you a fizztastic feeling like
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Because it's not just vitamins, it's Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from The Main Event, here to tell you about Access Property Advisors. When I need to buy or sell properties or get them rented out, Access Property Advisors gets me the best sales price or lease terms to make my rental properties profitable. Jason Sellers has an impressive team of professionals at Access Property Advisors, experts in just about anything you can need with real estate. So whether you want to find the home of your dreams, sell your home, or manage your rental property, do what I do and give Access Property Advisors a call at 602-614-5590. That's 602-614-5590 or visit accesspropertyadvisors.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love wasting your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's on its head, so if that earphone was out, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Your home for sports.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Keep seeing all these ads for noise canceling headphones. Now I was just like, I think the next best thing to just see is like girls like roller skating. It's gonna get mowed down by a bus. Maybe they shouldn't be that noise canceling. You know what I mean? It's like, look out! You know, you never hear "look out" if you got the noise canceling headphones on. You're gonna get, you're gonna get hit by like a runaway trolley or something.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think we have trolleys here in the Valley of the Sun, but if one was coming at you, you wouldn't hear them screaming.
Well, I mean, doesn't Old Town Scottsdale have a
that's
not
right,
real trolley?
It's like it's a bus. It's the bus, but it's painted like a trolley.
Hey, look at Keon. He's been here 1 year and he's talking like a local.
Because I've seen it around when I
Cougar
head
hunt.
home. When I what?
Cougar hunt?
I'm not Zach Wilson.
Well, you live in Tempe. How do you know about the Scottsdale trolley, huh, playa?
Because I work in Scottsdale.
The trolley don't come up to that part of Scottsdale. The trolley is just around the Old Town.
I've seen it on the 101.
That thing doesn't. That thing is not fit for the freeway.
I want
you got to be kidding me.
It's not, but it's there. I've seen it.
Man,
ride the trolley on the 101.
As soon as he got to the on ramp, I'd be like, "This is my stop. I'm not. I'm not going on the freeway with this." Well, good for you, Keon. 888-368-1580 against the spread says the All-Star game tonight should get an excellent rating in the Valley due to the fact so many former Diamondbacks are playing. On behalf of all St. Louis Cardinal fans, thank you for Paul Goldschmidt. By the way, Why did you give them up again? Because we're stupid. Was Chin Nuts Bill O'Brien from the Texans in charge of your front office too, Randy?
Wow.
That hurts, and it sounds plausible.
You could field half an all-star team with former Diamondbacks.
Mike Hazen. Not Bill O'Brien. Mike Hazen.
It hurts. Last Optimist says, do they also supply the players food and lodging for that $400 a week? Well, now up until this year, no. But this year, housing, not food. So can you eke by some sort of a scary existence? I think maybe if you're a AAA, but not even a rookie ball player, you can't exist on that. I mean,
it's almost impossible. And and that's not even, we're talking about some of these markets where, the rent is cheaper and you still almost can't do it.
Randy, Thunder Snow was hoping earlier that we would have spent some of our time celebrating Taco Tuesday. I think maybe we could do that now.
There you go.
Yeah. Ooh, I had a Chipotle quesadilla for lunch. My wife brought me. It was her way of saying, you haven't had diarrhea in a while. You should have this quesadilla. Bruno Baller wants to know if Legend City was open seasonally or even in the middle of summer at 117 degrees, Randy.
Well, it started out there as a year-round thing. And then it kind of faded to seasonally. Yes.
With a big surf. You know, they just bulldozed that thing.
Yeah, Big Surf. That's too bad. I did a lot of radio remotes from Big Surf. Did a lot of parties out there. Yeah.
I remember like having a radio station day there, and that was the day because we were in the water, got wet. And sales gal Debbie O'Donnell turned to me. She goes, "You look like Curious George," and I'm like, "You look like Barbie, the older years." And smile just sort of fell from her face, and she never insulted me again.
Well, that's one way to do it.
All the memories.
Wow.
So let's go back. We didn't get a chance to talk about this too much. What do you think? 32 teams, Randy, in Major League Baseball. That would mean you'd have two, I would imagine, unless Rob Manfred, just being a doink, puts two on one, American League or National League. But you should have two 16-league teams, and then you wouldn't have to worry about all that interleague play, right? Maybe occasionally, but it would be a lot less.
The interleague was brought in because it was an interesting factor to baseball. It was the American League playing the National League, vice versa, during the regular season. Used to be you would never see them unless you were playing in the World Series. But fans were... the outcry from the fans were, we want to see more American League, National League matchups. So that's why you have the interleague play nowadays. But if you add, you're right, Jeffrey, it'll be a league for the American League, a league or a team for the National League.
Do you like the idea?
I don't think it's going to do away with the interleague play, but yeah, I don't really like it. I don't like it. Because there's so many great ball clubs. I'll just use Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a great ball club. They have ownership that are committed. They've got a managerial staff, a front office that's committed to winning. They keep putting a winning product on the league, and the people of St. Petersburg, and Tampa Bay do not go and support this team. If it were me, I'd move this team to Montreal because Montreal keeps screaming about having a baseball team up there. Now, I would be cautious about this, and I would say, look, the last time you had a ball club up there, you guys didn't go out there to the Olympic Coliseum and support this team. But I would find a market for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Well, there's already one there. It's called Las Vegas, and Manfred has been threatening everybody with Vegas or someplace else to get them to build stadiums. And that is why he's holding back in having two more teams. He wants to use that leverage on, like you just said, the Athletics and the Rays to, have taxpayer-built stadiums for their teams.
Put Oakland and Las Vegas because it's a regional team. You put them in there, they stay in the region. It's a no-brainer for me. You put Tampa Bay in like a Nashville or somewhere that could really support this team.
And you can keep them east.
Yeah, you can keep them on the east side. It's a no-brainer. Again, it's a regional situation.
I want a team in Tucson. So we could call it the Sewer Series. Where we'd go down there and play them.
Sewer Series.
I hate Tucson.
Yeah, people in Tucson would not support a ball club.
You're right. It was an idea. I just like beating Tucson at things.
I don't like the expansion because of what I just explained. There's too many teams not being supported.
Do you think it dilutes the talent pool, or do you think there's enough talent to stretch out? Because that's 52 active Major League Baseball roster spots right there. Bam. And
but no. Yeah, but
could that thinning of the talent herd create more parity? Where you got teams that are overpaying for all these stars. I guess it just sort of thins the herd for the rest of them, right?
Yeah. I don't see a win here with expansion. I think look, Florida's diluted with teams. Move one of them out of there. Tampa Bay being the one that's never been supported from its very beginnings. I mean, when they had the crime dog Fred McGriff there, and he was hitting bombs in the Trop, and they had Wade Boggs there, and he was doing great things. And they've always just used that as sort of a minor league club. Move them the hell out of there. Move them somewhere where a community, Oklahoma City and Nashville, somebody would appreciate them as a ball club and go out support them.
Mr. Pringle says, well, it'd be cool if Manfred would put a Major League Baseball team in Arizona. Pringle, you're mean.
We already have one, Pringle, and the bottom line there, I'll tell you what, is the ownership group. They're not willing to put a winning product on the field because they're collecting their dollar bills and they're counting their dollar bills. That's all they're doing here.
Wing Guru says interleague is here to stay, especially because of the universal DH. Thank goodness they're getting rid of the shift and the ghost runner, but the lead needs two more teams. Like I need a hole in the head.
Yeah.
As much as Montreal's crying about having a team, they just don't have the fan interest like they used to, and they'd have to build a brand new stadium.
Yeah, I mean,
it's true.
And the thing is, because you mentioned this earlier, Jeffrey, that the $2 billion to buy in, like so many of these ownership groups, not just the Diamondbacks, aren't really filling out a payroll. League average is $147 million. You've got the Baltimore Orioles dead last in payroll at 45. So they're not even trying. They're not even half of the league average. Neither is the A's. Neither are the Guardians. Neither are the Pirates. And then we're starting to get to like about half with the Marlins. But like, there's a bunch of these teams, and then the Diamondbacks are right ahead of the Marlins that aren't actually trying.
Yeah, but then you get these upstart teams like the Guardians, who are currently second place in the Central.
Well, because they got a young team.
It'd be one thing if the Guardians and by the way, the Orioles are not playing bad ball. They're just in a damn good division right now. And by the way, the Marlins, until they got rid of Derek Jeter, they had something going there in Miami.
They did. And it's not every team that's near the bottom that isn't trying, but there's a bunch of them that really, really aren't. Then you got Tampa Bay near the bottom too. They're just being smart. They're figuring out who to pay and how much to pay them, and so they're always competitive. So you can do it with a small payroll, but some of the teams down here with a small payroll, like the Pirates, for instance, they're not trying.
Well, they are this season. They're third place in the Central, in the National League Central.
I think they've done a good job of drafting, but just a year ago, that the team was a shambles.
I mean, the Pirates have been horrible for so long, and this year, all of a sudden they caught fire. They've got new life there in Pittsburgh.
It's an accident.
It doesn't feel real to me, but yeah.
Against the Spread says there was once a reality show called Crocodile Hunter starring Steve Irwin. In the future, there'll be a reality show called The Cougar Hunter starring Zach Wilson. First episode takes place in Scottsdale, where the hunting ground is a target-rich environment. Crikey, be careful if you rub their breasts together. You get a static discharge because they're like balloons in there.
Also, Zach Wilson posted on the Instagram about all of the stuff about him. He was like, oh, no, I was off training somewhere where there was no signal. What happened? What I miss?
Yeah. Should probably see if there was any signal for his mom's best friend's phone. By the way, has anybody figured out who the hell that's supposed to be? Or if that girl was just talking boo-boo? You know what I'm saying? Because nobody has seen a picture of this supposed best friend of the mom.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's figured it out.
Where is TMZ when you need them? That means that woman probably doesn't exist. That's my thought. All right, guys. Hour 2, the Daily Blender next. Here on 1580, The Fanatic.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-283-5948. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-283-5948 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-283-5948 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-283-5948.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out whenever I want.
That's a total no-brainer. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PLAY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PLAY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PLAY for a $5 bonus.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now.
3, 2, 1. Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, the Cougar Hunter. And then, of course, you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I want to talk about DeAndre Ayton. He has signed his contract. And he has posted on the social medias, which he has not done since May, says, Phoenix, I grew up here, got drafted here, had my son here. We got the best fans in the world, and I'm ready to go back to work with my brothers. And then he put a lock emoji on there, which basically means he just signed the paper. Well, who's that shady-looking fella in the photo with him? You know, who's that shady-looking guy? You know, he's like shaking hands with him. Who is that? Is that his agent? Is that some shady looking guy? Oh, that was Robert Sarver. Never mind. My bad. Anyway, so DeAndre Ayton, signed, sealed, delivered. you have to imagine that takes us completely out of the Kevin Durant scenario, right?
No,
right?
No,
because you just keep wanting to speak it into being doesn't make it true, Randy.
No, I still think a trade can happen. Go ahead, Keon. Bring your wisdom in here, Keon.
I just think that with Durant, I don't know that the Suns have a whole lot of moves just because they can't move Ayton until the 15th if that's something that's still in the cards for them to do. Like maybe they just patch up everything with DeAndre Ayton, go, you know what, we had a dominant regular season. Things fell apart in that Dallas series, but we can be better than this. And maybe everything's fine and they're not worried about moving DeAndre Ayton. But if that's something that they still want to do, you know, there are teams right now who have more leverage and can trade and can give more faster. You know, I mean, the Raptors right now are the only team that I can see in the NBA. They don't need a trade partner if they want Kevin Durant. You know, they've got all the picks. They don't ever really trade picks, so they've got a bunch of them. They've got a bunch of talented young players on their roster. And if they're willing to give up Scotty Barnes, who was the rookie of the year last year, if they're willing to give him up, they could make a move and just get Durant right now.
So let's forget about Durant. I don't think we're going to get Durant. So let's look at this Phoenix Suns team as is. Won 64 games last year, record-breaking season for the Suns. Petered out in the playoffs, didn't even get to the finals. So, okay, minus Kevin Durant, what can the Suns do to make this team better? What can they do to take the pieces they have, you know, and make the team winnable? You know, I get us over that hump in the finals.
I think that this team's got to have somebody else who can handle the basketball. You know, Chris Paul being your floor general all the time is a strength most of the time. But when you get to those moments where, you know, he's a little dinged up, that becomes a problem. Or when you go up against a team like the Pelicans and they're able to put a younger, scrappier guy. And Chris Paul, you know, used to be able to break people's ankles. He doesn't have that anymore because he doesn't have the explosiveness because he's just older. That's what happens. So they need somebody else who can do that in that time frame. I would really like to see them help Devin Booker add that to his game.
I saw a commercial where he levitated. Are you sure?
You know what? He's got a great core.
He said it was all core.
I'm just saying.
That's still
if
there.
You can do that.
But there's an explosiveness that comes with.
So you're saying he can levitate, but he can't. He has no explosiveness.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, because that's just stability, man. Core is you know, I'm not.
I don't think he can really do that. I'm sorry.
But the only time I levitate because of my explosiveness is right after Chipotle.
Oh yeah,
but that man's been doing it for years.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, but look, I would love to see if you want to say look at the pieces that they have and what can they do to get better. I would love to see Devin Booker be the guy to initiate the offense a whole lot more, and they develop that aspect of his game because he showed flashes of it when CP3 was out, but it wasn't something he could do consistently.
I don't want to see Devin Booker running this team. I don't think he's comfortable in that role. I don't think he's cut out for that role.
I think you're going to have to do it just because there is a world coming where there will be no Chris Paul.
I get what you're saying, but I think we've got to make a move somewhere and bring somebody in that can run this team and work well.
Well, we're looking at point guard. So who do you want to bring in? Who's available? Who could we get? Who could we trade all those silly picks for that we were talking about? You know,
I don't think we have any picks to really sweeten the bundle, do we?
I don't know. I mean, how do you make something happen?
We didn't pick this year.
Yeah, well, because of the Chris Paul trade, that there aren't a ton of picks.
That's right.
That the Suns have. So that was
for him.
That was the reason why one reason why they needed a third trade partner for Durant was because of the lack of picks. So if you want to go out and get somebody, you're going to be getting a bridge type point guard, a backup type point guard. But I think the Suns need to start looking at, you know, the future of that position. You know, I think it's a little late this offseason to say you're going to go out and get a point guard that's going to be the future, but you can at least get a guy that'll give Chris Paul some breathing room.
KD to Phoenix in January.
Well, okay. The Jet says, Jeffrey, I own 3 Chipotle restaurants here in the Valley. Please use Taco Bell as an example when you have explosive stuff going on.
Who said that?
The Jet.
Damn.
Well, I'll say this. To be fair,
To be fair,
it's been a lot of years since I've gotten sick eating at a Chipotle. But the boys here have both had problems recently eating at the Taco Bell. You're probably right. The Jet is probably right in saying I should say Taco Bell.
Jet, where are your Chipotles?
Yeah, and why aren't you advertising on the station?
Yeah, why won't you let us know where they're at so I can come by and frequent your establishment?
The Jet is rolling in that Chipotle money, and yet we have not done a live remote broadcast from a Chipotle
What's going
yet.
on, Jet? Think about the fun.
By the way, can I just say this, the Jet, about Chipotle? Thank you for getting your quesadilla act in order, because my wife, she's like, what do you want? We're going to Chipotle. Okay. I just give me a chicken quesadilla. And for the longest time, they were garbage. They were teeny little things. Recently, she's been bringing home the Chipotle quesadillas. They're huge. Somebody realized it, and I started getting the good stuff. So yeah, so far, no diarrhea. So thank you for that. If you had anything to do with it, I don't know.
I will also say that I have eaten at Chipotle, I think, a couple times this year.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know. I've been fine, but I did get taken out by the Taco Bell earlier this year.
I've had no problems eating at the Chipotle, Jet. Where's your establishment so I can come by and I can try your fares?
So, what? No, I'm just thinking. I don't know if I wanted to retell a story or not.
Okay.
I've had bad experiences, but still.
But it wasn't Jet's establishment, though.
That we know of. I don't know. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause. Kiss the Cook says KD is not willing to play anywhere else. He made it clear Phoenix and Dade County is where he wants to go. Sarver is actually willing to pay the luxury tax of $100 million for KD. Okay, but how do we get? We can pay him, but how do we get him? We can't.
January, KD will be landing at Sky Harbor.
You think we're going to trade DeAndre Ayton in January?
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. What I said was January, KD will be a Sun.
Did you write this down somewhere, Keon?
I can. I got a notepad here.
I don't believe you.
Let's go ahead and write it down.
You don't believe I have a notepad?
No, I don't believe you write things down.
No, I do write things down.
No, the one thing you wrote down was my horrible pick for the World Series. All these other things he never writes down.
I know
that one thing.
I know. First
off, it's brought up almost a weekly basis.
My horrible pick for World Series is also a thing I wrote down. I wrote down our way too early picks for the Super Bowl last year. I write these things down. Okay, they're in my notepad.
But when I pick something bad, they seem to come up more often. Well, Hefty Lefty says
it's baseball season, and that's what's going on.
If Durant goes to the Raptors, does he become the Tarantula?
I guess that makes sense because his nickname was the Durantula early in his career. So if he goes to Toronto, would he be a Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's not.
No. He hates that nickname, by the way. He never liked it.
I'm surprised they haven't called him the praying mantis. He's more of a praying mantis.
This is true.
Every time you see these gangly
the praying
arms.
Durantis.
Yes, the praying Durantis, Randy.
Personally, the Slim Reaper nickname is the one that I like for him.
The Slim Reaper?
Yeah. Does he like that though?
I don't care.
He's also not a fan, but we like that one better, so it's stuck.
But if I send him the praying Durantis, I think he's gonna love that. Yeah, you're welcome, America.
I like it.
Praying Durantis. We got to hashtag that. Blissful Hayes says, you notice Ayton didn't say anything about winning a title with the Suns.
No.
Well, you're just picking nits, aren't you? You're just nitpicking them.
No.
He talked about, a variety of things. He even mentioned that Game 7 issue is in the past. He says, Monty Williams and I are on good terms and everything nice and calm between us. And he says Game 7 was an anomaly. We let that get away from us as a team. That is all past. We are going to look forward. We're going to move on. And that was it. So I thought he handled it fine. I mean, I don't think you need to say anything about winning a title. That's every year's singular objective. To try to win a title.
He didn't address the fact that the Suns looked horrible against the Pelicans.
He did. He said it was an anomaly.
An anomaly. Oh.
Well, you mean the Mavs?
Mavs, Pelicans.
No, I'm talking about the Pelicans. The Pelicans took them to task, and then the Mavericks ended up beating them, and they should have beat the damn Mavericks.
The Pelicans.
Well,
they won that series.
The Pelicans damn near beat us.
Yeah, and part of that was no Chris Paul. I don't know if I'd bring that up necessarily.
I don't care if it's part Chris Paul or not. This guy just signed a deal for $133 million.
But
he's not talking about what's he going to do to beat the hell out of the Pelicans and Dallas from here on out.
To do and explain to himself why a 23-year-old looks like a 58-year-old man in the face.
I agree with that.
I need answers.
I don't know. I don't think he needs to mention the Pelicans. They won that series. Teams end up with matchups all the time in the playoffs that are tough for them to overcome. But if you overcome it, what are you relitigating it for? You won the damn series.
This is a team.
The Mavs series, I want an explanation for.
4 games in the season, and they let the Pelicans hold their feet to the fire. Give me a break. They should have walked through the damn Pelicans.
They should have.
Grease through a Christmas goose. There should have been nothing left of the Pelicans, and they move on to Dallas.
But remember when we talked about, I think it was around win 50. And we were sitting there looking at it. Wow, are they going to break a record here? And remember what I said? I hope not. I hope they throttle it down a little. I'm not saying rest in management, but just take it a little easier, because remember what happened when the Warriors were sitting there and they had the most wins ever, blah, blah, blah record, and they won 74 or something like that. And then they were all too tired to do anything. And that's what I was worried about. And I think that's a lot of what happened. They overextended themselves in the regular season, and they paid for it in the post. And there's some stuff that should not have happened, but and it's not an excuse, but it might be a part of the explanation. They were damn tired by then.
They were damn tired. They were missing games with Chris Paul. The coach of the other team used to coach in your organization, so he knows you. There's just a lot of things that happened in that series where I'm like, okay, you won the series. The Mavs series is the one I'm not over, because what the hell happened in that game 7? Sure, maybe COVID, I don't know, but there's answers need to happen for what happened there, because
all I know is Luka Doncic pranced off the damn thing after we beat him and we celebrated and all that business. Luka said, they think that 2 wins over us is a game over, huh? We'll see. Remember that?
Should have been.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And
we had a 2-game lead over these guys from Dallas.
And the thing is, take Luka and put him to the side. Luka's really damn good. He's going to be hard to stop for the rest of his career. But when you start getting beaten by people like Maxi Kleber and Jalen Brunson, I want damn answers.
And I know what I want? I want DeAndre Ayton traded in January.
Whoa. Extreme.
I don't know. I'm just trying to help Randy right now.
I don't know. I don't think DeAndre Ayton has to be the only guy to answer for that, because you know what? He wasn't guarding Spencer Dinwiddie. He wasn't guarding Jalen Brunson, who was going off for 20 damn points. Jalen Brunson got paid off of that series.
He was over on the bench whining about he doesn't get the ball enough. Give me a break. Go out there and play
that was
with
game 7.
Quote unquote brothers and kick somebody's ass. That's what I want to see.
Okay, but then bring the brothers into this conversation too.
Give me
we keep
break.
blaming
Why are you gonna make this racial?
Are there 5 DeAndre Aytons out there on the floor or what? Who's guarding Jalen Brunson? He's a point guard, right? Nobody's guarding that dude. We keep blaming
what
DeAndre
would happen
Ayton
if you had
for all this other stuff, and I'm just like, what the hell?
What if you had 5 DeAndre Ayton types out there? That would just freak everyone out, wouldn't it?
It would be
5 DeAndre Ayton.
Wouldn't that be just what just happened here? You just quietly get 4 7-foot guys in your bench. Nobody sees it coming. All of a sudden, you're like, "Where's Chris Paul and Devin?" Whoa! What the just happened here? What would happen? No, seriously, strategically, what would happen? They just get ran around, right?
Well, you'd have to think so. I mean, as good as DeAndre Ayton is for a guy that's 7 feet tall, of staying in front of quick perimeter guys, 5 of those guys would get beaten by any quick guard in this league.
Well, here's what you do, though. You play it tight. You try to stay out of the lane so you don't get the 3-second violation, but you try to get tight on your defense where they if they try to shoot from the outside, you just take a 1 step forward with your hand up, block. You know what I'm saying? There might be a way to make 5 7-foot plus guys work.
Maybe.
At least just play it once, just to freak out the other team.
Just to try.
They will never know what you're going to do next.
I don't know that there are 5-7 foot guys that good.
They don't have to be that good. They have to be that tall.
Just have to be 7 feet tall.
Just all of a sudden you're
okay, so you've got an Aiden, you've got a Biyombo.
Just a hand goes up.
Shouldn't have let JaVale McGee leave.
So you have 10 hands at about 9 or 10 feet like this, doing this, and even like Steph Curry to be like hesitant to shoot it from the arch. You'd be like, okay, this
what in the hell is going on here?
It would look like 5 of those used car lot balloons just waving their arms in the air like that. We're like, wow. Time out.
The geometry on the basketball floor just got very odd.
I swear to God, I hope somebody does this someday. All right, then a college team. I just want to see all of a sudden everybody like, what? You know, that would just make my life.
Yeah.
Watermelon says, I have a question for you. Hold on. That's a Diamondbacks question. I'll come back around to that. We're talking Suns right now. With having Ayton locked in for a longer contract, do you think the Suns will make adjustments during the offseason to utilize him more effectively in the court? I wondered that myself. Will Monty try to feed him the ball more to see A, if that works, or B, if he can handle it? Because I kind of felt like they would have gotten him the ball more if he was more aggressive with it. And when they see him sort of like lackadaisically sort of dribble a ball that doesn't quite make it in, when he was right there and kind of went thump, maybe Chris Paul, Devin Booker, a little more hesitant to feed him that ball because they're like, geez, we just came down here. We worked this hard to be here. If we give it to him, we're going to be running back the other way.
Yeah, but I just think that when the guy is the highest percentage,
you're not thinking that when
team.
You're in play though, Keon.
I get that, but
it's the eye test of what just happened.
These guys watch film. Like it doesn't happen in the moment, but that's why you watch film. You go back and you see it and you go, okay, he's converting these shots. He's scoring these points. You know, he's 12 of 10.
But it's bad when he doesn't and it sticks in the head.
But the thing is, it's only once or twice a game. The guy has some of the lowest touch amounts of any big guy that plays like his style. So it's just weird.
Is that the missing link? If they actually feed him the ball more, forcing guys to defend Ayton a little more, does that open up shots on the outside for them? Is that the balance the Suns have lacked?
I personally, I think so, because the way that you have to guard him at that point when he is making 70-80% of his shots, teams have to double him. And that's room for CP3. That's room for Devin Booker and Mikal Bridges. That's the way that they use Karl Anthony Towns a lot. And the fact that DeAndre Ayton's extended his range means that he can score in ways that don't cause him to clog up the paint. So those guys can get to the basket now too. He shoots a nice little 15-footer. That's pretty cool.
We may have just solved the problem for this.
I just hope that they were listening.
Oh, they're listening. By the way, before we go to break, I just want to say when we come back, I'm going to read all the texts, whether it's Diamondbacks or whether it's Suns. We'll get caught up on that stuff. I know even the Jet had a lengthy text about the baseball and actually both the Suns and Diamondbacks. But before we go to break, I just want to say, hey, Jet, I'll make you a deal. Since you own 3 Chipotle restaurants, if you promise to play our show on your speakers, during the show, rather than that horrible yacht rock you people play, I'll never, ever say a bad thing about Chipotle again. I'll always reference diarrhea to Taco Bell and Del Taco, and Del Curry. Those 3.
Oh, I like Del Curry.
Del Curry, Del Taco, and the Taco Bell. And Bell Road. All those, the Bells and the Dells.
The Bells?
Yeah, the Bells and the Dells. So let me know if we have a deal, Jet, or else it might end up being nonstop Chipotle jokes. Like that dark little thread.
That's
come on, man.
Heavy-handed.
We'll be back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-216-9922. That's 1-800-216-9922. Or go to selectquote.com. That's 1-800-216-9922. Select Quote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Traffic.
Right.
This wagon commute is killing me. You mind if I turn on your old radio?
Oh, this song again. I swear they play the same 3 chants on every station.
At this rate, it's going to take a fortnight to get to work.
Well, just be glad you don't need to fill up. I mean, have you seen the price of hay?
Mm-hmm.
Throughout history, people have always hated to commute. That's why Monster lets you search work from home jobs. Find your job at monster.com or download the app.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ADOT presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after Throne Rider.
Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by EDBA and this station.
It's a game of intimidation. A game of power. A game of strength, speed, and violence.
Plus, they have these little guys called kickers. We are your gridiron connection to the NFL. With the live games you want and the pigskin news, scores, and talk you need. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Arizona's home for the NFL.
So Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Well, the Jet has not responded to my thinly veiled threats or ideas or anything.
Probably
now.
very busy. He's got to make salsa.
I was thinking he's probably stuck in the bathroom. You know, you got to taste your own ingredients.
Take your own medicine.
That's right. But I will read what he said earlier. And this is what he said. He said, if you put a great product on the field, people will support it. Take the Suns, for example. Nobody paid attention. Nobody watched them on TV. Nobody cared until they started winning. And then we all jumped on the bandwagon there. I'm a great example of that as well. I wasn't watching the Suns play or even rooting for them. Hell, I couldn't even tell you most of the players. After 2 solid years of putting a good product in the court, I know all the players now and what's going on at all times. Same way with the Diamondbacks. If they would just put something decent on the field, we'd all support it and we'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. I've been saying that for a long time. Yeah.
True story. The Jet, he owns 3.
What about playing our show on your speakers?
It's about the speakers, really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get caught up on everybody's text, so I'm going to go one at a time from 5th letter. Here we go. Randy, it could be worse. Like I said before, you could have 2 of the top 10 players in the league and have ownership that still can't put a winning product on the field.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about the Suns or the Diamondbacks, but he is correct. Chief Skull says, can someone let Randy know that the Guardians are not an upstart team? They used to be called the Indians.
I did not say they were an upstart team.
Yeah, I don't remember him saying upstart. I said formerly racist, but I don't think he said upstart. Let's see. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey is just wondering, where do you get that intro there? The show starts quiet. Everybody, it's showtime. Great intro. I've just had that for forever. That made that back in the old KXAM days, back a million bazillion years ago, 20 years ago, probably. Yeah. 20. Navy Brad says, hello, Blender hosts and Blender Nation. My nephew was not drafted. Well, what do you just pretend like he had a club foot?
Sorry.
No, that was Trump. Get deferred? No, that was Biden. Did he have pain? Did he have some sort of weird stomach? No, that was Bush. Did he have it? No, that was Clinton. So basically, your nephew will be president someday. Or do you mean the Major League Baseball draft?
I think he meant the Major League Baseball
draft. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry to hear that. I mean, but he still can get on a team, right, Randy?
Still happen. Yeah, I mean, sometimes these teams have open tryouts. Yeah, I mean, the doors are always open. I myself went through a couple of open tryouts. Yeah, wasn't
bone spurs. Bone spurs. Navy Brad. He has bone spurs. Kiss the Cook says more likely Cam Johnson, Crowder if he doesn't go back to Miami, and Bridges are rumored as the trade bait.
Could be.
It would be a shame. I mean, they did so nicely as a bench, though, and as role players. They
did, but you've got to give up something to get something big. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I explained this once to a billionaire, one of the guys who owned the Pistons, and it was at a different radio station, and he had a favorite show on the station, and I came to him and said, "Listen, I think we need to get rid of this show, and we need to put something there we'll do better." And he's like, I don't know. He says, I really like that show. He says, but we'll also have a lot of complaints because anytime there's an issue with said show, people call the station. I said, yeah, but you have a limited amount of people there that will care about that show. Yes, there'll be an uproar from that limited amount of people. Would you rather have this small crowd of people or a big crowd of potential new people that will come to the station and make you money by being listeners? And he relented and understood. And that, I guess, is what we have to get over. Maybe losing some of these bench players we really like is that one little key thing that gets us what we really want. And that's a championship. But it's hard when you like them too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Miss you, Frank the Tank. I got a picture of Frank and Harambe. They're on the same wall. I love you. So I guess you're right, Kiss the Cook. Maybe. But it'd be nice. It'll be nice if we don't have to. I mean, if you had to give up, who'd you give up? Cam Johnson, Crowder, Bridges? Who if you had to give up one? Which one?
One?
Yeah, occasional brilliant, occasional bricker, Mr. Crowder. Mikal Bridges, who they all kind of went through streaks, didn't they?
They did,
except for Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson was pretty damn good. He'd have one monster dunk, and he would always all of a sudden do something cool. I'd say no, we are not getting rid of Cam Johnson. It's got to be Crowder or Bridges.
The thing is, Bridges and Crowder play the best defense of the three guys, and that I would hate to give that up too, even though I know that there's a streakiness in the shooting with Crowder. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would hate. Yeah. I mean, look, this is why being a GM is hard, because these guys and you're like, oh, well, got to clear you out to make room.
Who was that guy that guarded CP3 last year? What was his name? Was it the Pelicans?
It was the Pelicans. It was
Avocado something.
Jose Alvarado, I think.
There you go.
Avocado.
And my point being, you could find other guys to play defense to come up and prove their point. Get some hungry guys out here on this bench.
Hungry guys
that want to play on a team that's going to be a potential championship team.
But can you play it at that level? Because part of it is hunger and desire. But Mikal Bridges, like if you watch him play defense, the guy is a brilliant defender. He understands angles and leverage in a way that a lot of NBA guys don't, and he's able to stay in front of his guy without fouling him because he's able to understand the geometry of the floor. Right. He's brilliant at it.
Why was he off the team basically for the last series? Like he didn't even play. And it was like because he had not been playing well or something, or he didn't fit the matchups. What was the deal there? Because I remember like, why is he over there?
Just seemed like a matchup thing to me because he's on the floor and he's a good defender, but he's not big. And so they were kind of hunting him with Luka and just going right at him. And Luka would just show up in the post, back him down like your dad would do when you were playing basketball against him.
Just muscle you.
Because the size is there and Luka's strong, flabby at the time, but strong. And so then, it's easy buckets for Luka if you let him get that close to the basket. So it was just a matchup thing. It just didn't really work out.
Watermelon says, I got a question. If the Diamondbacks ownership was just interested in making money, wouldn't they make more money if the stadium was filled, if they had an awesome team and maybe hire some ticket and concession sales there?
They would, yes. However, they get a set amount every year from this sharing plan from the Major League Baseball.
Which, by the way, if they do bring in 2 more teams, that $2 billion per team, so that'd be $4 billion that would come into the league, gets evenly distributed across the other teams.
When you hear people saying, "Oh, the Diamondbacks ownership, they can't bring in so and so because they're very poor. They can't afford." When you ever start hearing this, can't afford this, that, or the other, give me a break. They don't want to. Because
some sort of
they're
formula.
losing money if they have to go above, a certain point. If they have to pay players to come in here to win championships, they're penny wise and dollar foolish. They're tripping over dollar bills to save nickels. You know what I'm saying? They can't see the big picture of winning championships.
Yeah, the formula is working. They are making money while sucking. And as long as they're making money while sucking, why expend more money to maybe do better? You know what I'm saying? So their formula is business-wise a very smart one. As long as we all keep buying tickets and going to games, as long as money keeps coming in, Randy's right. Why should they spend the money? It sucks for us. It hurts our hearts. It hurts our souls. And they should not be allowed to own a team if you're going to operate that way. But I can understand that is their business model. And I wonder where the threshold is, Randy, where, they will finally say, we better invest in some players and some, a better team, or else we're going to lose money. I wonder where that threshold is for them.
I don't know that there is one because they feel like they have all the leverage. They can just move this team anywhere they want to.
I would just stop supporting the team then.
All they have to do is just get 2/3 of the ownership group to agree to this team being relocated to another market. And if we're not careful, they could just move right up to Las Vegas. They don't care.
Didn't let them. Because if that's the sentiment, then screw the Diamondbacks.
Well, and I'm for that. I don't know that that's the sentiment, but the bottom line is this team is if you look at their payroll, it's one of the lowest in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at
formula. It's a formula for profit.
You look at teams that are winning games. They're always in the top, mid to top echelon of payrolls if you want to win championship. But clearly this ownership group doesn't care. They don't care because Jim Q America and Joni Q America go to the ball game and spend their hard-earned dollars to keep padding the pockets of these guys that don't give a rip whether we win a championship or not.
Yep. Santa's number one helper says, the question really is if DeAndre Ayton is going to play late at night, because that new Call of Duty drops in November. Yeah, that could be a problem.
That's true.
You'll see him a lot more tired. Hefty Lefty says the Suns would probably win a title if they ran a triangle offense through Ayton. All right, Phil.
Wow.
Donnie says you guys should wake up with reality. KD is not coming to the desert. I think you're right.
January.
I don't think he is. Okay,
right. I don't think so either. I've already woken up to that reality.
January.
I'll laugh my ass off if he's right, though. Blissful Hayes says, I agree with Keon. Suns need another point guard who plays with more urgency than CP3. Suns also need to get stronger and tougher as a team. That's why I was always calling for from DeAndre Ayton. More aggression, more toughness. Booker don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You've seen him play with toughness. You've seen him play with a busted nose. You've seen him be tough and aggressive. I ain't worried about him. Leave that last game out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I agree too. If that is, I was kind of feeling that way towards the end of the season. I was like, I feel like we need another point guard in there for when CP3 is injured. I didn't think about for when CP3 is just pooped out. So yes, Blissful Hayes, I can agree with you on that. Fed Fan says Cam Johnson hasn't been the same since his injury. Trade Johnson and Crowder. I was kind of cold-blooded, Fed Fan. We like these guys.
I don't know. You were like, which one would you trade? And Fed Fan said, I got two.
Well, she's right, though. With two, you get more. Prison Wallet says, what was that about running a train through a Kardashian? What? Nobody said anything about a train.
Grease through a Christmas goose.
Yeah, there you go. It's the same thing. I think it's pretty much the same sentiment right there. So, all right, DeAndre Ayton is all signed up, at least for now. And, well, here comes the future. We'll see what happens, hoping for the best, just hoping for the best. So, Randy, remember, what would they tell you, when you're a rookie, what's the best thing you can probably do for yourself as a rookie?
Low profile.
Yeah. Which means do your work, show up, be on time, don't be a problem, and keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeremy Sochan hasn't figured that out.
Don't mess with the Sochan.
Well, no, the Sochan messed with someone who's not going to take lightly to it. He's a rookie for the San Antonio Spurs, and he really stepped in it, and there's video proof of it, and this is going to be hard for him. He's going to have to really, I don't know. Let me tell you what happened. So there's this video over the weekend that went social, and Sochan and Malachi Branham from the Spurs there, they were playing in a word association game, and because they're out there in the summer league, so they're, I don't know, filming something, and so Branham was like, okay. His answer was triple double. He was trying to get Sochan to say triple double, and he says, "All right, here's a hint. Russell Westbrook gets them a lot," and Sochan just goes bricks.
Oh damn!
And Bantham's like, "Oh God, no!" And he's like, "Oh, triple double," and he's like. So then that went viral, and he came later and said, listen, I was not, it was banter. I was not intending to be disrespectful. Heat of the moment. I was playing a game here. And then he also said, and listen, Russell Westbrook, he's been my idol since I started watching the NBA. Post a picture of him in a Russell Westbrook jersey. And he says, this is my dog. My dog's name is Russell. And so do you think any of that's going to soften the steely death stare that he will get from Russell Westbrook when Russell Westbrook figures out who the hell he is and sees him on a court someday?
No, it's not. Despite the fact that is actually true. Jeremy Sochan plays with the intensity of a Russell Westbrook because he idolizes Russell Westbrook. And the fact that that's the first person he insulted when he became a professional basketball player.
Hasn't even played yet. He hasn't even played yet. And he's pissed off Russell Westbrook. And listen, Westbrook's not taking it lightly. He calls him Westbrick. He's like, you call me Westbrick. You're shaming my name and my legacy for my kids. Well, pump the brakes there, guy. You're taking yourself a little too seriously right now. But let me introduce you to Jeremy Sochan, please. There's going to be some flagrant fouls. That's all I'm going to say. Flagrant fouls are coming for Sochan.
And I think they're going to be offensive fouls too. He's fouling them on offense.
It's going to, and he's going to have it coming. And the only thing he can do right now is just take it. Don't say anything. Just take it. Smile. Even just mouth. Sorry.
Just keep your head down and your mouth shut. Yeah.
Violated the rookie rule, my friend. Blissful Hayes says, I agree with Jeffrey. 75% of all sports teams don't put an emphasis on winning because they're making a lot of money regardless of the record. Yeah. Bears are an excellent example.
Well, and in the NBA too, you see teams that get trapped in what is called basketball limbo, where you're a 6, 7, 8 seed, but you're not a contender. But if you make the playoffs, you get that playoff money, that first round playoff money. A lot of teams are trapped there because the owners really like it. They don't mind not having a contender. The playoff money is so nice for just round one. Even if you get swept, it's really nice. So that those teams are really trying either.
Fed fan says, hey, stop shooting bricks and you don't get mocked, huh? Okay.
That was how you really feel.
She's not wrong. She's tough. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Meet Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boosts that make you feel like
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Boost effervescent vitamins turn your H2O into H2O to give you a fizztastic feeling like
I like to boost it, my vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it, we like to boost it.
Because it's not just vitamins, it's Boost, the fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
If you hit, pass it, dunk it, shoot it, check it, throw it, putt it, or block it, then we're gonna talk about it.
I like that.
I just thought I'd clear that up.
1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Taco Tuesday on the Daily Blender here on 1580 and 99.3, the Fanatic All-Star Game tonight. About ready to get underway, I think. And maybe you want to put some money on the game. Well, since we've hit the halfway point of the baseball season, you can turn your big hits and dingers into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook. Before the Midsummer Classic, right now, new customers can step up to the plate with no sweat first bets up to $1,000. Just sign up using my promo code Randy1580. Place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. Again, that's promo code Randy1580. If you're looking at placing a bet on tonight's game, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been 8 in a row, going back to 2013. For the American League to win the All-Star Game. 8 in a row. Last year's MVP was Vlad Guerrero Jr. Listen, you might want to put your money on the American League there. 8 in a row. 2012 was the last time at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, the last time that the NL All-Stars won a game. And they only had 3 in a row. 2009, the AL won again. The American League seems to just dominate the All-Star games. So put your money on who you want. If it's me, I'm taking the AL. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using my promo code Randy1580 to get yourself started with your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's Randy1580. Remember, you got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Who you putting your money on, Jeffco?
I'm not going to. I'm not betting on this one just because I don't know enough about the baseball and
Keon.
So I have to abstain.
I'm going American League again.
You might as well put your money on Shohei Ohtani. They're just going to give him the damn. He's probably already been voted the MVP.
I mean, his skill
for
set
the season, but not.
Oh my God, his skill set.
I think his skill set is uniquely beneficial for making him look good in an All-Star game.
Boy, we're having a rough day, Keon, you and I. We're just having a rough day.
Yeah,
you and me.
I'm just saying. What he does specifically will look good in an all-star game.
You know, if you individualize his stats, just individualize, break him out as a pitcher, break him out as a DH.
Keon, just say Ohtani sucks.
He's not even in the top 10.
Keon, just say
in
Ohtani
either
sucks.
category.
I agree with you.
We can't move on to
then why
Ohtani
is it
sucks.
MVP a conversation
For
all
the
the
love
time?
of God, just say it.
I thought we were talking about all-star MVP.
Oh,
I'm
God,
saying
just please say it.
he will specifically look
Keon,
great.
say it.
He's
Say
not my
Say it.
MVP
Say
in the
Ohtani
actual
sucks.
MVP
Good.
running.
Ohtani sucks. Just say Ohtani sucks.
No, you don't have to say that.
We're never going to
I
get
think
past this.
what Shohei Ohtani is doing is absolutely amazing. I just don't agree with the baseball writers of this of America. I just don't agree. I'm sorry.
Fed fan says, I want the All-Star game to end in a tie. That way they have to do a home run hit off to determine the winner.
See, I told you guys the other day. I told you guys that's what the old drunky drunk, the commissioner was going to do.
She's still mad about Westbrook. She also says, you know, if Westbrook would just work as hard on his jump shot as he does on his clothing line, he'd have my respect.
Oh, does he have a clothing line? Dear God,
it's one
what
of
he
them
wears
weird
to the stadium.
Yeah.
A little odd.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones.
He's I don't know. I think he's worked on his jump shot. His jump shot used to be better. I just think the way he plays the game, he doesn't consistently jump the same way when he shoots, and that consistency is the key to making shots. I mean, you look at Steph Curry, it's the same motion every single time. I think Westbrook doesn't do his motion consistently, and a lot of that is just the injuries he's racked up over the years.
Let me just tell you something right here, right now. I am not saying a bad word about Russell Westbrook. Okay. I'm not saying it because I've seen him be very talented, and I also purchased a car from him, and he has my address. I am not going to say a bad thing about him. That's all we're going to.
Your new car. That's where you got it from.
Where I'm going to leave this. He's like, yeah, bought it off. I'm not making that up. I bought it from Russell Westbrook. So I'll leave that to the rest of you. Ralph from Harmon Solar says, put your money on the National League. Yeah, but don't put your money on Ralph being here on Friday.
Oh man.
Are you
really,
gonna,
Ralph?
Ralph, you going to be on the show or what? And what's that, Randy? You got an issue with him?
I'd like to know why. I'd like to hear his thoughts.
It's going to have some sort of bandwagon.
No, come on.
Aspect to it. He's a Dodgers fan.
I know that. I know that.
So his team's a National League team.
Eight, and the National League is starting off with Kershaw. Yeah, their starting pitcher tonight.
Watch him get hurt, Ralph. How you like them apples?
Is this a sentimental game? Is that why you got Kershaw and
on Dodger Field?
Come on, man. Put your ace in there. Put your stud in there.
For the record, I'm not hoping for. He's a Dodger. Okay, never mind. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, screw the home run derby, break a tie. First team to hit opposite field on the shift wins.
There you go. I like that.
Chris Wallet
I like it.
Get it right. Westbrook, nobody cares about what you did. They care about what you've done for me lately. Last Optimist says, in the NFL, there's a lot of nepotism and incompetence. Bears are a perfect example of this. They really want to win. They just don't know how. And Against the Spread says, if Russell Westbrook tries to punch this rookie, he's going to miss his face completely and it'll ricochet his hand off of a brick wall. He'll brick the punch.
Talk about irony.
I think I'm going to have to sell my car. 888-368-1580. So the latest on James Harden. Remember how old James Harden was lackadaisical to be kind, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Said, I wasn't right all last season, and I still almost averaged a triple-double. Is that true? Did he almost average a triple-double? Because, boy, that does not meet the eye test, and especially not down the stretch where it mattered. He just was sort of non-existent. So unless to average a triple-double, that means he had to have a bunch of them early on, and I don't think that that's what happened.
I just like to know where they were doing this interview. What strip club was he in?
It's a good question. I don't know. There is a lot of glitter on him, though, in the picture. Mm-hmm. So now here's the other thing that's remarkable is James Harden has taken a pay cut to help the Sixers build a roster. And I think he's aware of everybody and what they're saying about him, because I think he feels bad about it. So he basically has said to the owners, just whatever's left over. That's what you can give me in the contract. Whatever's left over in the salary cap, just give me that. Go get a team. Go pay for it. This is a hell of a time to tell them that. He should have told them that a little bit earlier in the offseason. But
I think he did when he opted out.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So that was what he told the Sixers, to do. Does it seem as though they've done that? Does it seem like they've really worked this offseason so well that, his sacrifice, his turning down $47 million player option has mattered? Are the Sixers getting good enough, better? We did see some moves, but is this team, going to win?
It's tough. I think if James plays better, that helps them. And then, they did go after PJ Tucker, who was playing in Miami with the Heat. That makes them a better defensive team. PJ Tucker's a guy who can knock down some open shots for you, but he also is such a great defender and I think a tone setter. You can put PJ Tucker on anybody. He was in Milwaukee when the Bucks won that title. He's a kind of a difference maker in that way. I just don't know if it's enough for what James Harden opted out to do, but they've got cap space, so there's still moves they can make.
What did he mean? I wasn't right last season.
He said he was dealing with a nagging hamstring injury.
But they never mentioned that during the season, did they?
No.
So that sounds like you're just making up excuses.
I don't know. Because if he was and the team just didn't say, they just kept that under wraps. If it was nagging him, but it didn't stop him from playing, then they don't have to tell anybody. It's only if, he's out, then you got to give the injury report. But if he played through it, then, maybe it's not an excuse, but I don't know. I didn't hear from the team or anything that's what happened.
Ralph from Harmon Solar says, based on the principles of mathematical statistics, the NL is due. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Miss you all. Well, sort of. Maybe not all. Kiss my ass, Ralph. I know that's directed at me. I'm staring down the video too. Or if it wasn't about me, can't wait to see you. Lost Toby says tortilla slap challenge to break a all-star game tie.
Tortilla slap
like
challenge.
That. I don't even know what it is, but I like it. How does you determine a winner of a tortilla slap challenge? You just slap the other guy as hard as you can and your tortilla doesn't break? Or I need some rules.
Need more info.
Yeah. Fish Tank says, I put my money on a 4-3 score. Doesn't matter who wins.
So you've got a nebulous winner. Just the score is 4-3.
Does that seem low, Randy? I feel like that's low. Pitchers aren't going to be throwing their best stuff.
Listen, it depends on how these guys go out there.
What were the scores last few years?
Well, there have been some high scores. There have been some low scores. I think there was a 2-1 here recently, the last few years. I think there was a 4-3 recently. So I don't think this is a bad score. I can't, but this is Los Angeles. The ball is going to travel, and at the rate of these guys hitting home runs, it wouldn't surprise me to see a high scoring game tonight.
Do these pitchers really pitch?
Well, some of them do. I mean, I remember back to a few All-Star games. Remember, Pedro got in that All-Star game and struck out the first 3 innings. He struck out all three guys of the first 3 innings. So he was out there throwing his A stuff. But you've got Kershaw on the hill facing the American League, and Kershaw is not the guy he was just 3 years ago. His back is giving him troubles. He's not had a great season so far this year. It would surprise me to see Kershaw really set these guys down, especially after what we saw last night. Dear God, the home run hitting prowess of the American League. Wow.
Yeah. Well. With underhand throws, sure. So the question is, will it be a high scoring affair or a low scoring affair? And you're saying there's no way of knowing.
There's no way to know. I mean, a few years ago, we had 2018 American League beat the National League 8-6, but in 2017, American League beat the National League 2-1. Yeah. So I mean, you really can't tell.
All right. Well, that's the beauty of it, I guess. And if you're making a bet on this and you win, it's dumb friggin' luck, right? There's no way of knowing for sure, because you don't know if the pitchers are going to really pitch. You don't know if you don't know how much effort anybody's going to put into this thing, because for most everybody, it doesn't matter.
Last year was 5-2. Year before 4-3.
Yeah. So
you just don't know.
Fish Tank may have something. He says, in the last 5 years, there was an 8-6, and in every other game, no All-Star team scored more than 5 runs. Major League Baseball is the only All-Star game where anyone actually plays defense, and that's why it's the best one, he says. Agreed. You think that the baseball All-Star game is better than any other All-Star game?
Yes.
Wow. I'd say the NBA is more entertaining because it's just nonstop offense. Nobody's playing defense, and it's just sort of fun.
It's sort of fun, but there does get to be a point where guys are not even defending so that we can see cool dunks get thrown down. It's as far as the competitiveness.
FedFan says she would bet that an American League fan gets stabbed by a Dodgers fan. I'll do you one more. I think a Dodgers fan would get stabbed by a Dodgers fan. That's what happened yesterday. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will pull it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Everyone knows how beneficial therapy can be, but traditional therapy can be overwhelming, confusing, and inconvenient. When scheduling in-person therapy, it can be difficult to find the right therapist near you, and it can take weeks to get on their calendar. We knew there had to be a better way, and that's where BetterHelp began. I'm Danny, co-founder of BetterHelp Online Therapy. When Alana and I started BetterHelp in 2013, our mission was simple: find a way to make professional therapy accessible, affordable, and convenient for everyone. BetterHelp works around your schedule and lifestyle. You can connect to a therapist by phone, video call, or even text message. You don't even have to turn on your camera if you don't feel comfortable. And if your therapist isn't the right fit, you can switch anytime with the click of a button, because BetterHelp is designed with you in mind. See why over 2 million members have trusted BetterHelp for online therapy. Go to betterhelp.com/wellbeing and get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/wellbeing for 10% off your first month.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey guys, the Royal Management Team has gathered you here in Yield Conference Room to announce that thanks to all your hard work, the granary has enjoyed record profits this year. Nice. That said, there still isn't room in the budget for raises, but we will be providing gift cards to Grimwald's Tavern. I'm sorry, I've been informed they are actually coupons, not gift cards.
Throughout history, people have always been underpaid. That's why Monster lets you search jobs by salary. Find your job at monster.com or download the app.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I wasn't anticipating that we would give you updates on a stupid all-star game, but American League, National League, getting ready to take a horrible, ugly, stinky, sewer-smelling, infested field in Los Angeles. And I guess since people are putting money on this thing, I guess maybe we should keep them up to date, Keon. So anytime there's a score change, you let us know, okay?
Will do.
He's like, damn it, you're going to make me watch? God.
I mean, I have it pulled up.
Lost Toby says, threw my money on both teams scoring 4+ runs.
Wow.
It's a bold choice, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, could happen, but 4+ for both. That
recent history says that doesn't happen very often.
That's probably why you got good odds. Mr. C, 2 things. 1, good to hear from you again today. 2, you do not have to say Mr. C. We've already put you in the system, so you'll pop up.
Comes up automatically.
Yeah, automatically. 3, here is his text. He says, 3-leg all-star parlay. Drunk Dodger fan spills a beer on a drunk Dodger fan. 2, cussing. 3, fight.
Yes,
I'd say
good
that's
chance.
got probably not a lot of good value on that because it's definitely going to happen. I think the better play would be how many times that happens. Dear God, at the home run derby, we had Dodger fan on Dodger fan fighting in the stands. I don't know if you saw the video, but it's just like, wow, these people fight at any events, no matter what. They don't even need another team. They'll fight themselves.
It's too bad, really.
No, it's not. It's the Dodgers. But why is that too bad, Randy?
Well, I just hate to see anybody resort to violence over a $5 baseball. I mean, give me a break.
Drunken Dodger fan, both adults. Let nature take care of itself. Randy?
I don't know. You know me, Jeffrey. I'm sorry that our society is going this way. It used to be people would cooperate together, and now it's just like, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. You stole that ball from me. You know what I mean? Just like whatever happened to good people letting the other guy have a ball if he got it,
Whatever happened to not looking a gift horse in the mouth, Randy? Is they're Dodger fans.
Well, that's true.
Let's have this conversation when it's like Colorado Rockies.
That's true.
Some other team, you're like, really? They're fighting? Randy, you want to get that?
I got to take a phone call.
It's ringing through your computer for some reason.
It's coming from Kuwait City. I got to take this.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. That's his badass son on the phone. Hell, if it's going to ring through the computer, you should have just put him on air. That's what I would have done. 888-368-1580. Kiss the Cook says, yeah, I have to agree. At least they play defense in the Major League Baseball and NHL All-Star game.
Sometimes. I mean, wasn't the last NHL All-Star game, didn't they score like 8 goals? I wouldn't exactly call that defense, but the people are still getting hit, like it's still physical. So the NHL All-Star game, I think that one's entertaining too.
I think it's just it depends. I think that's a good answer for a lot of this. It just depends. Big Jim P from Avondale says every Dodgers game I've attended there has been Dodger fans fighting Dodger fans. It's nothing new. Yeah, that's an amazing thing. You would think, like when you go to a Raiders game, if you're wearing the other team's color, you're murdered. You're stabbed. I remember Radio Ron said he went to one and he was I can't remember what he was wearing. It was Lion stuff or something else. And he got catcalled, but he didn't get any no violence. But that was about the damn bravest thing I ever heard.
Yeah,
going to a Raiders game wearing something else.
If I go to a Raiders game, in Vegas, I'm wearing neutral colors. I'm a nice gray shirt. They might even mistake me for a Raider fan, and I'm not cheering for my team vocally at all.
Yeah, if you want to go watch your team play the Raiders, where the Raiders play, wear a Raiders t-shirt. And when your team does something good, just inside, don't outside. No, no, just inside. So you say, you all right? Diarrhea. I ate at Chipotle. Come on, Jack. Where are you? Where are you?
Or at least wear something black or silver.
Yeah, it's not about well, you're not loyal to your team. I'm loyal to the living. I'm loyal to not getting stabbed.
I can't root for my team if I'm not alive.
Yeah, so there's no shame in that one. There ain't no shame. This is not like mano y mano. All right, buddy, let's duke it. It's you against an entire stadium of felons. That's basically More so when it was in Oakland than in Vegas, but it's the same damn crowd.
I will bet you though, if we went to a Raiders game,
yeah,
I bet you some of those people that look the most hideous would be the nicest people you ever want to meet.
Now, remember, I was in SoCal and we had a ton of Raider fans. Yeah. And they were all cool dudes. They're all nice, and I would joke with them, and they take the exact same jokes. They would take them, and they go, "All right, Jeff, yeah." And not once did I ever feel like I was going to be stabbed. But they did say, "No, but seriously, don't wear a Colts jersey ever."
Dude, that's the thing.
To that stadium,
the stadium experience is its own thing because every Raiders fan I've ever met they're one of the nicest like fan bases.
Well, prison changes a person.
Why are they telling you then if they're the nicest fan base?
Yeah.
Even though they look hideous.
Yeah.
If they're the nicest fan base, why are they telling you not to wear a Colts jersey?
I think they know they've got extreme elements of their fan base that will take you out.
My grandmother, sweetest, nicest woman, she get a couple belts in her.
That's the Irish coming out, right?
Yeah, that's it. So just saying, just trust us when we say don't screw with the Raider fans. Lost Toby says, when was the last time Keon vocally cheered for his team or had a reason to?
Listen, here's the thing. On this show, definitely listen. Because here's the thing that people don't understand when your team is awful. When your team is awful, every game matters. So the last time I cheered for my team, like a random week 3 game against the Giants, I high-fived like 10 people I didn't know in the Buffalo Wild Wings.
They're like,
10, they were all Washington fans too. We were all so surprised that they won that game. You know, the last second missed extra point.
I'm surprised you found 10 at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm telling you, there's a surprising amount of them out here. I did not realize this.
What are you talking about?
That's weird. I would have
Commando
never imagined.
Fans. Yeah. It's weird.
Randy, what are you doing? I can hear that.
That's his flash anger.
But I'm not angry.
He's not angry.
I find ways to.
You might have played that in the last hour. I thought for sure he was going to go medieval on us.
Yeah, no, but I cheer for my team.
All right, one of our smartest gambling experts. There's, of course, oh crap, Aiton's Army.
What?
My mom. And against the spread says I would not recommend betting on the All-Star game. Maybe a little small amount on a long shot, but that's it. It's an exhibition game, folks. If you have to bet on this game, you definitely got a problem. 1-800 next step.
Well, when against the spread is telling you don't bet on a game, you might have a problem if you bet on that game.
Says people, listen, you don't have to bet on a game just because it's on Practice Money Management. By the way, are you going to read my Chipotle text?
Against the spread?
I didn't get a Chipotle text against the spread there. I don't see one here. I got the thing about Russell Westbrook. I got the thing from Steve Irwin, and that's it. No,
Crocky.
Yeah, one of your texts must not have made it through, my friend. That troubles me. Is anybody else not having their text heard? Kiss the Cook says, I'm going to plunk a honey down on a girl and a guy taking a whiz in the parking lot after the game.
What?
Double on Twins doing it. What site are you? Lost Toby says high fives aren't technically classified as vocally cheering. Keon.
What?
Well, I cheered out loud also. I happened to be so excited. There was just a bunch of people there wearing burgundy and gold. It ran over and we high fived.
I would have thought that'd been more of a somber occasion. Hefty Lefty says
winning in week 3. No.
They might have been rough when they were in Oakland, but now they're in Vegas, and you'll catch me in my Broncos gear at the Death Star. Trick is to have free drink coupons, and you hand them out to the mean ones. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, buddy. Smart. Still risky, but smart.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it can't be as bad now as it was in Oakland. You're right.
Oh, I beg to differ. Yeah.
I didn't say you were safe. I just said it couldn't be as bad.
Those folks travel. I went to a Falcons game, and there was a group of Raider fans that traveled. They were not people who lived in Atlanta. Traveled from Oakland to go watch that team play in Atlanta.
But when you're in Vegas, you're just as likely to run into a big fat Midwestern family sitting there like, we just came to see Siegfried and Roy. We thought we'd watch the game. And those people aren't going to hurt you.
It's a Mike McCarthy family. Mike McCarthy family. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, I put $5 on the outcome of Kershaw's first pitch to show honey, strike or a foul ball. So Ote, I can't. Why I'm having
Shohei,
a stroke.
Shohei,
I'm having a stroke.
No,
I'm having a stroke.
No. Both your eyes are open. You're fine. Shohei.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, no.
With one of my eyes is closed. I'm having a stroke.
Usually the whole one side of your face is drooping.
Like
generally.
one part of your face is drooping. You're having a stroke. No.
I'm having a stroke.
No, you're not. I got you, bro.
Why don't you let me have a stroke?
I don't want you to have a stroke. You're my friend. I don't want you to have a stroke.
Can I just have one stroke?
No.
Man, that sounds like something familiar from when I was 15. 888-368-1580.
I will tell you, one time I went to see a friend of mine. He was a chiropractor.
Yeah.
He had Bell's palsy, which is a part of your face goes numb.
Do you hear bells? Bone.
No, but I laughed at him.
There was a guy. Oh God. No, there was a guy. He came in and did a radio show, but I guess he got the Parkinson's, and he started taking medication for it. But this medication also meant he couldn't keep his eyes open. He came in and did a show, and he had taped his eyes open. I'm not making that up.
Wow. That's commitment, though.
I'm just standing there minding my own business, and he's like,
"It is. You're right, Keith."
Because if I couldn't keep my eyes open, that's just me telling you I'm not coming into work. I'm not taping my eyes open.
Well, this is one of those guys that paid for his time.
Okay.
So he was like, he had to make the effort, and he's taped his eyelids up, and I'm sitting there, and I know I'm stone faced. I'm just like, because I'm like, you don't. He's like, "You're laughing at me, aren't you?" And I said, "I am now." I wasn't before. But I am now.
I don't think I could have kept it together that long.
I was surprised at how well I was just. This dude's got, and it wasn't even like, it was just like regular Scotch tape holding his eyes open.
I've done many morning shows that way.
Oh, I don't know why did that come up? Blissful Hay says Randy should play Stroke by Billy Squier. Yes, stroke me. Kiss the Cook says, "Oh, parlay, a girl or three going into the men's bathroom to use the
parlay."
I think I better pre-read this one. Nope. Box of Screws says, "My texts haven't been getting read, but then again, I haven't texted in a while." Yeah, I cannot read the texts you imagine, Box of Screws. They have to actually find their way to your phone. So, Bala 51 says, "You can wear other teams' jerseys to Raiders home games. Just don't expect to wear anything home besides bruises." See, that's what I'm saying here. And if that's all it is, lucky. Hefty Lefty says, Hathor Jornsen, the mountain from Game of Thrones, had Bell's palsy too, and it looked pretty funny when you're 6'9" and 430 pounds. Yeah, who's going to laugh at that guy?
I won't. I saw what he did to that one guy in that season where he just squished his head like a damn grape. Nope.
Well, that's a TV show.
I know, but he looks like he could do it.
All I need is a good escape route and a head start, and I'll make fun of him. So hey, listen, I do have something that we need to deal with. And I'm going to do this one after the break. I need people to understand when we say something is soft or super soft or 10-ply soft, it's just, something that's it's sort of gotten sad because, it used to be this was a country of manly men and good people. And, now seems like everybody's gotten soft. But on the other hand, there's also situations where people have gotten way, way too hard. Like, okay, that's unnecessary roughness kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to explain the difference between super soft and way too far and way too hard. And I pause to use that as a phrase because that is the kind of thing that would bring Moist One out of a coma. So we're going to do that here in a moment. But before we go to break, I want to remind everybody you still have a chance to win a $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's their Christmas in July promotion. And so I have a $100 gift card to give away this week. And because Randy really wanted this, we're doing this. 500 words or more essay about the Daily Blender. So, send in your entries to blender at 1580thefanatic.com. And what's going to happen is on Thursday, we get all the entries. The deadline is end of show Thursday. We're going to take all the essays. We're all going to read them. And then we're going to confer on this and decide which one is the best one and gets the actual $100 gift card. So it doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just about the show, about what you think of the show. If you love the show, if you hate the show, if you have a fun story about meeting somebody from the show, or just how the show has mattered to your life. It can be serious. It can be fun. Please don't make it sappy. Don't give us a sob story for the $100. That's not what this is about.
Mr. Welber.
Oh, well,
looking at you.
No, Berg's cool, man. He's not going to. He's not going to do that.
Maybe.
So here's the thing. You send the email to blender at 1580thefanatic.com and make sure you get it in before Thursday. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just we are going to run them through the plagiarizing filter. So to make sure you ain't cheating, but outside of that, make it whatever you want it to be. Whatever you want it to be. And we'll decide and let you know on Friday who wins the prize. So you have homework. Randy gave you homework.
Yes, I did.
So are we doing punctuation? Are we doing sentence?
No, I don't think we do that.
This is just straight up the message.
Give me a message about the Daily Blender.
Mm-hmm. Bala 51 says, so we just use the text line to submit our 500-word essays? No, Bala. No. You email it in blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Do not text it in. Hefty Lefty says, I wrote my essay in Mexico City, and he said he was doing well. A little warm, but having a good summer. Is that not your essay? Your essay. No. So you should paragraphs, Hefty Lefty. There's always one in every class.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Blender at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
Well, no, Randy, again, this is not for fantasy football. It's just that's the address for everything. Although we will be doing the fantasy football soon. So, okay. All right, listen, when we come back, I'm going to explain to all you thumb-sucking millennials the difference between super soft and, whoa, dude, you've gone too far. As you find a balance in these things, okay? Just find a balance is all I'm asking. And don't be so damn worthless, you millennials. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brian Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Tonight is the 92nd version of the All-Star Game. Major League Baseball best at Dodger Stadium. Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Shane McClanahan getting the start tonight for the American League. Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers will start for the National League in his home stadium. The American League minus a run and a half, plus 172 on the run line. The National League minus a run and a half at minus 200. On the money line, the American League minus 102. The National League at minus 116. The over-under tonight is at 7.5. Shohei Ohtani of the Angels, the favorite to win the MVP, at plus 480. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-216-9922. That's 1-800-216-9922. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-216-9922. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for coming.
Are you kidding? I never miss one of your dinner parties. How's the new job?
Somehow we're doing great. And I stopped working weekends, thanks to how smooth everything runs on NetSuite by Oracle.
Fantastic. We're still using QuickBooks.
Why haven't you upgraded to NetSuite?
We're making QuickBooks work, sort of.
Shh, watch your language. The kids are right there. Sorry, Amy. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. And 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control since upgrading from QuickBooks to NetSuite.
Yeah, sounds like it's time for me to switch to NetSuite. Over 31,000 businesses already use NetSuite. And for a limited time, NetSuite has extended their one-of-a-kind financing program offer to those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/radar. Head to netsuite.com/radar for this extended special financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/radar.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl. The Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season,
you'd better think again.
The NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more.
Football is always in season here.
We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Your home for football.
Today in the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and to further help the manliness of young men and all men everywhere, got a little man talk for you. Today, it's showing you how to not be super soft or 10-ply soft or just whatever, a wuss, whatever. In your generation, they called it. What do the kids call it these days when somebody is super soft?
Keon.
They don't call him Keon. That's horrible. Why would you do that to him?
I don't think that's what Randy meant. Just being soft. I don't know. I don't think that's changed.
Is there even a concept of it? Because your whole generation's so damn soft.
I mean, maybe relative to yours, but like inside of the generation, yeah, there are people who are tougher than other people, and those.
Wow, you can tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be able to?
Have you seen yourselves? I mean, Randy, help me out here.
I mean, I don't know. You're asking me to speak for an entire generation of people. I don't
know if I can help you, Jeffco.
I can speak for an entire generation of people. Listen, we went out and played, and a lot of times they locked us out of the damn house, and then we would go off and we play, and we would jump. We'd build ramps in front of people's houses, and we'd jump over our friends, and oftentimes land on them. And we would run through the forest and have BB gun wars and dirt clod fights. And we would go all over town, raising all sorts of, mischievous, good-natured hell. And we would be back when the streetlights came on, and that's where we came home for the dinner there. And we survived. We had metal monkey bars, and we had those merry-go-rounds that went 900 miles an hour and were rusty. And we played on, holy God, unsafe playground equipment. Dear, how did we survive? We don't know, but we did.
Yeah.
And that was our generation. This is not like, I'm not sitting here like, well, we were in the war. Dude. I'm not saying that. The generation before us was way tougher than we were. But it just seems like there's been a sudden thump drop off in, going from, hardcore, kind of hard, soft. It just was like very quick. It seemed like, Randy. Did it seem that way to you?
Yeah. Oh no. 110%. Yeah.
Like overnight, everybody became kind of worthless.
Yeah. Listen, back in my day, you'd fall down, you're playing games with your friends. You'd pack some dirt in the cut. If you had like a cut going, you pack some dirt in there and you keep going.
That wasn't a joke when you heard somebody say rub some dirt on it.
Well,
He
that's
actually
serious. Yeah.
did it. Okay.
I once got beamed back here, knocked me crazy. My baseball coach told me to get up. Yeah.
Yep. I remember I had a belt that was too tight, and I swear to God, fell out of a tree. And it was a pine tree. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know how far I fell, but I kind of caught the back of my pants, kind of dug into my back. And then fast forward to getting like some inoculation or something. And the nurse saw all the bruises on my lower back, and they about had my parents up on child abuse charges. And I was like, no, I swear to you, I fell out of a tree. I was, and I was like 10. And then they're like, oh, we almost called the cops on your parents for child abuse. And I thought, wait, I could do that? Oh, no. I was like, oh, I thought that'd be a funny prank. See my dad hauled away, but oh well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So anyway, so let me just help. I don't want to bruise the feelings of the super soft generation. But so here's the difference. Here's something that's super soft. Okay, KFC is testing new chicken nuggets in Charlotte, North Carolina. If people like them, they'll be available. Basically, it's a new bunch of nuggets for Gen Zers who won't eat chicken off the bone.
What?
That's gross. I don't like to eat chicken off the bone.
Okay, so you're not even talking about millennials then, because you described a childhood that was like really similar to mine. So I'm like, I don't know what.
All right,
what happened? I don't know.
So you're on the cusp. He's taking this seriously, isn't he?
I'm an old millennial.
Very
so
personal.
Like, I can't relate to any of the things.
Guilty conscience over there. What makes you think I was talking about you?
Well, it's not that. But you said millennial, so that
you speak for your generation.
I am a millennial.
Keon had different parents. His dad was in the United States Army. I mean, listen, he
my
understood.
son was brought up different too.
Well, listen, Keon understood the textured side of a leather belt. I mean, listen.
Did I?
Keon would know what's going on with you and I, Jeffco.
But hear me out though, Keon. The KFC head chef talked about these new nuggets and said they're a direct response to millennials and Gen Zers who refuse to eat chicken off the bone. Apparently, young people just won't do it. And it probably because it reminds them, it came from a living, breathing animal, or I just want my dino nugs. I don't know, whatever super soft thing, but it's so super soft that KFC is now going to do these just for those people.
Oh boy,
they better be under the super soft menu.
Good for them, I guess. I was at Wingstop on Monday, so I had chicken off the bone yesterday. I don't know.
He's defensive as hell, Randy.
I am very defensive because I don't know, because people tell me things all the time about my childhood. And I don't understand where I was missing.
And listen, my son is about your age, so same for him. He had a different upbringing, and he was a badass.
Yeah.
After he left, he says maybe the generation that raised this soft generation should have done better and not raised a bunch of softies. I agree. All the parents who are like trying to be friends with their kids rather than be parents to their kids.
Can't do that.
I blame them too. All right, so. That's super soft. KFC is just making a menu item because people are afraid to eat chicken from the bone. Oh, brother. So let me show you what's super hard. All right. Let me show you what's this is pretty good. Pope Francis, they were like, oh, Pope Francis, what's going on with your I got a bad knee. And they're like, okay, so what do you do for your knee? He says, you know what I need for my knee? I need some tequila.
Hey.
So he's taking shots of tequila to get it through having a bad knee.
There we go.
That's the opposite of soft. That's super hard right there, Popey. All right.
I do. You know what? I'm a fan of Pope Francis all of a sudden.
There you go. Cool. All right. Here's another version of super soft. A company in Japan has a new product called nap boxes to give workers a place to take power naps.
What?
Yeah, but you have to sleep standing up, sort of. It's like you get in there, you kind of lean on it. Here, I'll show you the picture of it. It's like a nap capsule. See that?
Yeah, okay.
You get in there, close the door, lean on the little shelf, and I guess take a little power nap there. Big cylinder things. I tell you what, if one of them ever showed up at the radio station, I'd be playing bongos on that anytime I saw the door close.
Yeah.
So soft. I mean, don't put, you're at work to do, right? Work. You're at work to work. You get a 15-minute break every now and then. You get a half hour, go to lunch. But I'm not going to facilitate you take, I need a nappy. You got your blankie? You got your blankie? You got binky? Got your bink? Got your papa? Do you have your papa? Oh, God. super soft.
Now I take a nap when I drive.
That's right. Like man. So now here's something's pretty hard. Talk about a workplace. It's hard. If you, I don't know if you've been to Bed Bath and Beyond lately, usually it's at Wife Point, but
where is it? What is this called?
Bed Bath and Beyond. And it's a place where, well, you get the bed stuff, the bath stuff, and I don't know, whatever. New report claims Bed Bath and Beyond has been turning off the air conditioning to cut costs. And, so basically they're cranking it back and everybody's dying of a heat stroke working in there because Bed Bath and Beyond is just trying to save money. That's too hard. That's probably risking safety right there. But that's the opposite of soft. But they're saying, well, we didn't tell them. No, we're not doing that. It's not a rule. We're not making people do that. But we have told stores try to save some money. But I guess that they're, I always thought it would be a thing where somebody comes in and you're trying to sell them something like a car, you turn off the air conditioning. So they're like, okay, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. I'll buy it. Like a torture device, you don't have to do that at Bed Bath and Beyond. Any man that walks in there, you're already in a torture device. We don't want to be there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's something that's super soft. So millennials were asked, hey, if you clone yourself, what would you do? They're like, oh, well, if I could clone myself, what do I have the clone do? And so here's what they said. What they will want their clone to do is be a housekeeper, laundry service, chef, nanny, babysitter, personal assistant, personal shopper, tutor, handy woman, chauffeur, doctor, or nurse. Basically, millennials wanted to clone themselves into slaves. That's how soft they are. They can't think of a better use for a clone other than a human being that would serve me. You want to make slaves, you lazy, soft bastards.
See, if I cloned myself, I'd want them to come here and do the radio show every day while Kim and I went to go fishing,
That's
go
fair,
camping.
but I want to hang out with myself. I want to go drinking with me. Hey, I got somebody who understands me. He's my buddy. I don't want him to work for me and slave. We would we'd probably make arrangements like, okay, I'll do this for you. You do that for me. All right. Sounds good. But I wouldn't like, you are now my housekeeper. Oh, this is some bull crap.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I would have my clone come here so I could go fishing and hunting and camping with Miss Kim.
Take turns at least. Let him go fishing and hunting every now and then.
Well,
not with Miss Kim. Not with
Miss Kim. He's a clone though. He's
right.
not he's not real. He's a clone.
No, but he's got real feelings.
Well, maybe
he's not you, but he's you. You know what I'm saying? I would treat my clone better, but all the millennials are like, they're so lazy. They just want a human slave. Shame on you.
My
shame
first
on
thought
you.
was I wanted to play one-on-one with my clone.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I
See,
mean,
good man.
See what kind of moves you had?
Well, yeah, and how would I beat me? I always like playing defense, like playing the game physical and stuff.
You'd learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah,
and your game. Just saying. That's not bad. That is not bad. I don't want to drink with myself. See,
also not bad, but very telling.
Oh,
that doesn't work for you though, Jeffrey. It doesn't work for you.
That's what I look like when I drink a lot. All right.
It doesn't work for you.
No, I get a bottle of water and keep him drinking the liquor so I can see what it looks like. Why not?
I'm drinking vodka. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So here's a guy. This is the opposite angle of this. This guy is, minding his own business. His name is Joshua, and he's at a Family Dollar store, and this is in Connecticut. And a couple of women walked in. He's like, "Oh, hello, ladies," and he held the door open for them. And they didn't say thank you or nothing. So he pulled a gun. Too hard. He's gone too hard.
Much. Yeah.
He pointed at him, didn't shoot or nothing, but he was just like pissed. He's like, "Hey, how about a thank you?" Click. So then of course he ran off. Cops tracked him down and then they arrested him and stuff. Anyway, my point is that's too far. That is too hard. There's
too much.
Find
it's over the top.
In the middle is what I'm trying to say. Hefty Lefty says, "Hey, if you want a house cleaner, have kids. It's worked for most families for generations. It works if you make them do it. You know what I mean?"
Have you had your kids clean your house?
No, not these kids.
Doesn't work.
I have the Tom Brady situation where they're like, "Well, the ladies are here." So, but I clean the hell out of some houses. I'll tell you that much. Bala 51 says, I know the exact moment in time where our civilization became soft. January 19th, 2002, when head referee Walt Coleman got a call from the NFL home office to enforce the first ever tuck rule, forever softening the world as we knew it.
Huh. That's a theory.
Lost Toby says, all I heard is that Keon wants to beat himself.
What?
I heard that too, but I was kind.
In basketball, damn it. Maybe not just basketball, but definitely basketball.
Ooh.
You know.
I'm uncomfortable.
Very nice.
Lost Toby says, by the way, Your Highness, I also take tequila for knee pain. Joe the Show says, from my millennial perspective, I can speak to this. I believe it's diversity and inclusion. Used to be that you can make fun of a person that wouldn't eat chicken with the bone on it, whereas now it's like, whatever floats your boat. I guess we're more tolerant of others and their softness, which makes it appear that we're soft. When in reality, you can arguably say we're stronger because we've no longer indoctrinated by this mindset of survival of the fittest, and I'm already bored, Joe the Show. He has more to say about this whole thing. Trying to, I'll keep reading. He's trying to justify that millennials are better than us or something. When in reality, you can arguably say we're stronger because we no longer indoctrinated by the mindset of survival of the fittest and have now adopted the mindset of a wolf pack. It's more like a poodle pack. I'm not afraid of you guys. He says, I think that that's pretty gangster, honestly. If I have to be the alpha at the very far back so that the elderly and the weak are up front, so be it. Joe, you could not be more wrong.
But also, did you just reference The Hangover in a defense of?
No, that's not what he did.
Okay, because the Wolfpack speech that's the first thing that popped into my head.
There is some scientifically incorrect graphic going around, which Joe the Show as a millennial will get his entire education from social media, where it shows where the wolves are in the pack and how they travel through and where the strongest is in the back. So he can take care of these people and second strongest is there. That's not how it works. But okay, if you believe that, that's fine, Joe. That's fine. Yeah. And guess what? You're wrong.
Also, just bottom of the first, National League up 2-0.
Ooh, you're well, not even close to there, but you're getting there. Blissful Hayes says, here's an example of soft. Arizona Cardinals and Phoenix Suns in the playoffs.
Ouch. That's painful. Why did you have to do that? Why did you go there?
He's not wrong. Chief Skull says, how dare you wake me from my nap like that, Jeffrey, saying you want your Baba and your blankie. I'm asking if you want yours, Chief Skull. Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Silver Pops just sent me. What in the hell is this? He says, is this considered soft? I'm going to have to read that during the break, but it's some sort of napping soft animal thing. I'm going to need some help understanding that one, Silver Pops. Against the Spread says, Jeffrey, we all appreciate your advice to millennials and Zers, but you're speaking to a generation that panics when their internet is down and when mommy is out of Hot Pockets. If they want to eat their boneless chicken beaks and buttholes, let them eat trash. So be it. So say us all.
Chicken beats and
well, that's basically when they mush all the chicken parts together. That's why you should eat the real chicken pieces with the bones in it. That way, at least you know it's not processed.
Wow.
Lost Toby says, also, as a millennial, I disagree with Joe the Show. Social media has made people soft. Hefty Lefty says, all the bad stuff happened when people started drinking them seltzer beers. Oh, my God, you're right. Zima was the start. Then it became White Claw. And now look at us.
Now it's the ranch water. Have you noticed that? It's no longer
water.
The seltzer water. It's the ranch water.
The hell's ranch water?
Hey, you just got to watch the commercials. Now it's ranch water.
Maybe I'm missing some commercials. I don't know what that is.
Ranch water. Just watch the TV this weekend, you guys. You'll see it. Ranch water.
Sounds gross, though, just as a concept.
Can I just pass and say I'm sickened? Because I probably would be right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, got to take a break. We come back. We have on this date in Big George's sports history and probably some Wheel of Sports stuff, too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-283-5948. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-283-5948 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-283-5948 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-283-5948.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
To you, my love, my heart I surrender just as soon as I deal with yonder fender bender. Cause my ice cream truck is the way I make cash. So I'll buy you a ring when I lose this dress rash.
Owning a small business isn't always as lovely as it sounds, but at least Progressive Commercial saves you money with personalized discounts. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
I'm gonna make you so happy sometime next year, I hope.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Are your kids enrolled in school? Their future depends on what they're learning right now. Find an Arizona school near you at azed.gov. Make sure your kids get the academic support they need. Plus, give them community care whenever it's crucial with meal programs, counseling, and more. Find an Arizona school near you at azed.gov. or call 602-542-7378. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
Al from Harmon Solar may have something. 2-0 Nationals over American League. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And Ranch Water is trending on the text line. Fed fan says, Randy is telling the truth. Ranch Water commercials as a cowboy and his horse standing next to a river holding a can of river water. Ranch Water.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, Ranch Water is like seltzer but gets the alcohol from tequila. Most seltzer get their alcohol from a type of neutral spirit like vodka by fermenting barley malt. I ain't drinking no damn Ranch Water. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you.
Joe the Show says, hey, I learned from you guys, my elders. You guys in your generation had plenty of mistakes and missed opportunities, so the cycle's just repeating itself in a different manner. Do I hate the self-entitlement? Bratty know-it-all millennials? Hell no, because I don't like any kind of person from any generation like that. But it ain't no hair off my ass, so I care. Well, Joe the Show, like we have established, you may be one of the good ones, millennials. You know, my son, badass Marine, highly decorated, and he's now a teacher, working on his master's degree, and then eventually wants to be a college professor. And he's never had the kind of attitude you see from the current generations or the millennials. Keon, good example right there. He ain't like that. Not everybody's like that. Some of you guys out there who are our age or older raised some pretty good kids. And guess what? Those are the ones, we're the ones with job security, because all these useless little bastards coming down the pipe ain't taking a job from me. I guarantee it. Ain't been one yet that showed up could do it. So keep cranking out those little participation trophy bastards. I'll work until I'm 80. Chief Skoll says, when our society went soft with the introduction of manscaping, remember that we used to call that metrosexual back in the day. Yeah, metrosexuals, where everybody was, men were doing themselves up like girls, Now, I don't mean like transvestites. I mean like, men started feathering their hair, kind of, what I'm saying? Or using products that usually men don't use. You know what I mean? Like it's not, just sort of not manly. What?
I don't know.
Everybody got scared.
I don't know what you're saying. So
nothing to do with being gay. Don't get me wrong. This has zero to do with sexuality. And I've made that clear in the past. Whenever we talk about manly things, it has nothing to do with being, and by the way, being a millennial or Gen Z or anything like that has nothing to do with, I don't care about your sexuality. That's zero to do with that. And as I've said in the past, some of the manliest people I've ever known have been gay, and some of the most unmanly people have been straight. So it's not even about that at all. But what Chief Skoll's referring to is when men got softer and started, blow drying their hair and feathering it out and putting on makeup. Men putting on, just saying, not, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we got you.
I don't have to explain that. I think we're all old enough to know what that was.
I mean, in the 80s, I used a blow dryer, but
you had a perm though.
Yeah, I didn't put on makeup though. I'd never do that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have that sort of thing in the 70s. That came around in the late 90s.
I did have a pretty awesome perm. Yeah. It wasn't really a perm. It was more of a, what do they call it? A body wave.
Mm-hmm. People say I had hair. People try to say I had a mullet. It wasn't a mullet. It was hockey hair. There's a difference where it's not just short and long. It was long, kind of sort of long everywhere. A little shorter here and longer, but not not mullet. It was between, it was hockey hair, if you know what that is.
I had a mullet though.
Yeah? You had a proper, well, you're a ball player. A lot of times ball players have mullets.
Yeah.
Never understood your achy breaky heart, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
Lost Toby says that's when men started plucking their eyebrows.
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, he's not saying the 70s, Randy. He's just saying when things sort of change. Chief Skoll says, Jeff, are you painting yourself in a corner there? No, I'm trying to explain something without I'm not trying to. The reason I'm sort of hesitant in my words, I also don't want to put fuel to the fire where people will get hateful in a certain direction. My whole thing is about just the softness of the generation. The other stuff isn't as important. Joe the Show says, ha, 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 ha. For the love of the Daily Blender, the crew and myself, I pray I'm still listening to you when you're 80. But according to the Stranger Things, men started feathering their hair in the 80s. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah. Early 80s. Yeah, late 70s, as a matter of fact.
Hefty Lefty says, manscaping is just trimming the hedges. All that other stuff, that's going full GQ.
You know what? Manscaping is not allowed. Period.
He's not allowed. How are you going to enforce that?
Of any variety?
I shouldn't know if someone's manscaping.
Look, if you got to take clippers to your shrubbery, no.
Well, how do you keep it from going full jungle time there? It's full rainforest down there.
Look, if your wife wants you to trim up the the back 40, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're thinking about it yourself,
soft. You're making designs.
Mm-hmm. If you're weaving out like Disney characters, wrong.
Well, now I'm interested. Now,
soft.
Is that possible?
Look, man.
The right person might be able to do it.
I don't think I want to hire that expert.
Keon.
Well,
he said the back 40.
Is the back 40 my back hair, or is that what? Where's the back 40?
I think you guys know where it is.
Really don't. Lost Toby has won money. He's won this bet. He's
won a bet.
Put down $3. Now he's got a payout $6.60 for. Will there be a run in the first inning? And the result was yes. So he has already doubled his $3 bet to $6.60. Well done, Lost Toby.
Congratulations.
Mr. C says manscaping, the yang to the yang. I don't get that. What does that mean?
Look, man, if you've got to just like trim the bushes, okay, in the lower 40. All right, you guys didn't say the back 40. I said the back 40. You guys, the lower 40, okay? That's only if the wife wants that. Other than that, it should be wild and untamed, like you.
I don't think I'm going to have an opinion on somebody else's stuff because I don't want to see somebody else's stuff.
Exactly my point.
Hefty Lefty says, if it makes certain things look bigger, I'll take whatever help I can get.
No.
I'm with Jeffrey on this one. I think that's an unenforceable rule.
Let the python hide if it needs to.
If it's hiding, it's not a python.
It is.
Let the inchworm.
No, I didn't say inchworm. I said python.
Blissful A says, I like the bald eagle Jones style for the. Okay, Jesus.
What?
I think it's time to move on.
Oh, it's only Tuesday. I can't believe we've gotten here so fast this week.
There ain't no rules.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back of the year 1946, during a contest between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox, Red Jones ejected 14 members of the White Sox for their bench chatter after the umpire warned White Sox pitcher Joe Haynes over knocking down Ted Williams with a pitch. Although it has been reported for years that a ventriloquist was sitting behind the visitor's dugout was the culprit, turned out it wasn't true. That's a lot going on there. So somebody was saying that a ventriloquist was cursing out the umpire. The umpire couldn't figure out who it was and threw out 14 players. 14, Randy. And then it found out later on, it was admitted 60 years later, that Mule Haas, the third base coach, was actually the guy who was over there making rude noises and infuriating remarks.
You know, I used to be an umpire back in the day.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
I was calling a game one night, and I made a call, and the team I made a call against did not appreciate my call.
Mm-hmm.
And they were relentless. They were chippy, chip. I walked over to the fence. I talked to the coach. I said, "Coach, you need to control your team." And he said, "Or what?" And I said, "I'll start throwing guys out." He says, "I'd like to see you try." So I pointed at the first guy and said, "You're gone. You can't do that." He started arguing with me. I said, "You're gone. You're gone. One more. You're going to have to forfeit this game, coach. What are you going to do?" Everybody shut up. See? Yeah.
Randy White with a Red Jones moment.
That's how it's done right there.
Yeah. But turning around just because you heard somebody say something and throwing out 14 people, I don't see you.
No, they were wrong. If they were right, I'd have no problem. They're not right. They were wrong.
Screaming Eagle says, "Hi guys. What sport is manscaping?" It's not a sport. It's definitely not a sport. It's not. Please God, don't ever air it on the Ocho. Just brought to you by Manscaping. No, click. Bye.
It's the Manscaping Racing.
No, thank you. Hefty Lefty says, "Was that umpire a millennial?" Sounds pretty soft to me. That was, yeah, probably. How about we spin the wheel of sports, Randy? Let's see what we talk about next year. This one's going to hurt. It's going to hurt Keon just a little bit.
No,
I'm just saying. So JJ Watt, I guess somebody made an action figure, and it was like cartoonish kind of looking action figure. And he gets it. They sent it to him first, and he's like, "Wait a minute. I can't be the one that sees this. Am I the only one that sees a sad Carson Wentz?"
He's not the only one. I've seen that picture. Yeah, it looks like sad Carson Wentz is wearing JJ Watt's uniform.
Oh man,
He is not wrong about that.
What the hell's going on there?
In what world is that supposed to actually be JJ Watt?
Don't they get like, editorial approval? Like, no, we're not going with this. Didn't look anything like JJ Watt at all. Hopefully they retooled that thing. No, Blissful Hayes, manscaping is not an Olympic sport, but the way things are going, it might be soon. Who knows? Silver Pop says, I don't know. Randy sounds kind of soft to me.
I got you soft right here.
He's just don't take the bait, Randy. Don't take the bait.
I got you soft right here.
Oh, he's just trying to get you.
Tell you what, Silver Pop, why don't you take a trip on out to the parking lot?
Oh dear,
you're done. I just threw you out of the show.
Now he's tossing the listeners.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I have no problem doing that.
It's been a while since you've tossed a listener.
Yep.
This is the first time I've experienced this, actually.
It's probably good the show's over. A lot of times you're like, gee, I wish 6 o'clock wouldn't come. Now I'm just like, I am so glad 6 o'clock is here. This could go nowhere good. Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, you said tool. Did I? And? See what this is? If we had a fourth hour, we'd be fine. This is going nowhere good. I'm just saying, thank God this is over. All right, we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. See what sort of trouble we'll get into then. Have a great night, everybody. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
We've hit the halfway point of the baseball season, and you can turn big hits